What's up, everybody? It's Cliff. Hi, happy Tuesday. Welcome to your weekly D&D session. I am trying to fix a command, so, give me a moment here. Some house cleaning items. So we got a new emote approved, and this is actually going to be my first time using it. See how it looks. I need to fix it. I don't like it. So I'll fix it by next week. Mild static on your mic. No?
I hear it too, for what it's worth.
No. Hold on. So I was hearing it when my mic was turned off, so I don't think it's me that's doing the static.
Fuck off, Bob. I'm not peg-legged yet. Just always broken.
So we got new emotes. If you guys care about the Stream Loots cards, I did a 100% redo on all the Streamlabs cards, gave them all a new look, removed the alchemical components card, and then added 12 new cards. So now we have a total of 30 cards that are on there, and did a couple of the modified a few of them. So we made it like where instead of giving 1,000 experience, if you get the help from a powerful being, it's 5,000 experience. So we bumped that up. And there's something else I did, and I can't remember offhand. I had it all wrote down, but I had to restart my computer, and of course I didn't save that document. So, typed it all up for nothing. But anyway, so there's a bunch of them on there. So all that cool stuff. So you guys can enjoy that. What's that?
The new cards are all hella cute.
Yeah, they are hella cute. ARGL. Oh, wait, what? ARGL. Oh, maybe that's what I did wrong. So we did that. And ARGL. Hold on. ARGL. Submit.
But having a stroke, what's going on?
Yep, I sure am. Still isn't working. All right, cool. We will get this working. But is there anything else I need to mention?
John's late.
That John's late, as evident by the 4 squares instead of 5. I think that's all I got. So, who wants to get into recap? I need an abbreviated recap, which there wasn't really a whole lot that went on, so it shouldn't be too hard to do.
I can do it. It's
All right,
not like there was much.
Yeah. Oh, Sin, that is definitely your mic that's making that noise. Sounds like you got your phone next to it or something.
Better?
I don't hear anything now, so I will say yes. Oh, wait. So before we get into that, one thing that is new, one of the new Stream Loots cards is the Golden D20. So you guys haven't seen this yet either, so it's worth noting for everybody. The Golden D20 will be a first come, first serve reroll. You can put the card, if anybody buys a Stream Loots deck and then puts that card down, it will show up on the screen as how many there are. I built in the GUI to show all of them. Whoever uses it, it's gone once it's used. It's first come, first use. And at the end of the session, if there are any that are not used, they are gone. So they do not carry over. So if you guys want to use them, make sure you use it. But also keep in mind that if you roll a 10 and you don't hit and you reuse it, the next person could very well roll a 1 and then you're the asshole.
I'm okay with it.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, I'm glad you guys are okay with being assholes. So
Have
John
you
will
met
have
us?
John will have 4 player points, Melissa 2, Sin 2, Jake 1, and then Sin, if you do it, it'll bump you up to 3.
All right, because I re-rolled last time.
Yep.
Jake, do you want to do it? Since
No,
you're at 1?
that's fine. I
All right.
don't think I remember enough.
So, started off mid-fight, which was weird to start off like that. The whole group was standing directly in front of this thing. Batsu was off to like the left of him by himself. We were going back and forth for a while. He started spinning and turning into a whirlpool, which started sucking everyone towards the center of where he was. A few of us made it out. I think Vardrock never like once left this circle.
I never made it in.
So after a while, he summoned 3 smaller water elementals, and once those were summoned, everyone kind of shifted their focus to the ones that were attacking them, except for Vardrock. He continued to attack the big guy. A few rounds after the elementals were summoned, geysers started shooting up that would launch us into the air 30 feet and make us fall back down and belly flop onto the water. Grimble got hit with every single one of those. Good ways into the fight, people started going down. First one, Ricard went down a few times, got back up, went down again. Grumble went down, went dead. Vakta went down when one of them grabbed her and pulled her underwater, and she made no attempt to get away. She just stabbed at it.
It was a strength check to get away. I'm not gonna pass that.
Once Ravage seen Vakta floating belly up in the water, and everyone else was starting to go down, Ravage went to her, gave her a healing potion, and as Vakta was coming to, Geyser shot up from underneath him, right in Vakta's face, and took him out too. Vardrock got sucked into this typhoon, and all the debris and stuff that were around this area got sucked into the typhoon as well. He was getting battered around by them and taking 50 damage around. He went down, came up, went down again, and did his ultimate, which turned him into this holy demon. Is the best way I can describe it. He started swinging at this thing again, but ended up going down. Vakta managed to sneak away with a 32, so nothing even stood a chance of being able to find her. She took a shot at this thing while she was hidden from everything and did critical damage to him, and she just kept swimming away right after that. Vardrock woke up for a little bit. His spiritual weapon was still in play, so he made that attack the giant elemental, and with that attack it killed it. So seeing the clouds fade, you can actually see the sky now and the water calming down. Vakta started swimming back. Vardrock was submerged and he had this bubble over his head so he can breathe underwater. Vardrock was kind of just out of it, seeing everyone dead around him, not sure what's going on. Vakta got back, started trying to see if anyone had potions, healing people up. Vardrak came back up and seen Vakta doing the same thing, so he tried healing people too. Kirla came, healed as well. I don't know where she was the entire fight. And after everyone was back up, we decided to search all the wreckage underneath for the artifact that we came for. Everyone searched except for Grimble, who was just floating there. Vardrak found nothing at first except for right in the center of everything was this pristine bag with some golden trimmed cards in it, which he gave to Batsu. He found something else that he doesn't really know about yet. Batsu and Vakta found these two weapons side by side in a ship, and directly underneath Grimble was the rifle that he had been dreaming about. So as soon as he seen this thing, he plunged himself underneath and went straight for that. As soon as we all got our items and were meeting up, there was a flash of light and we ended up back in Dracarius. The jackal was on his knee in front of us looking beat up. Everything around us was looking beat up. Their foliage and stuff was dead and gone, no leaves on the trees, and everyone looked freaked the fuck out. That's it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So for that, you get yourself 1 shiny player point. Also managed to get the coin thing fixed while you were doing the recap. So fucking huzzah to that. Oh, we got redemption going on already. Hold on. So I was really hoping John would be here by the time we were done with that, but as they say in show business, that the show must go on. I don't know why they say it like that. It's really weird, but you know, it's true nonetheless. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk here and delay things for like 4 more seconds because I'm totally not setting up the next scene without John being here. Because I'm prepared and I would not do it that way. Yeah. Jake, do a trick. Quick.
I got nothing, dude. I got no talents that I can. Oh God, no! Oh, not with this one. I fucked up this pour. That would not be good. That would not end well for anyone.
You'd be living your character though.
I mean, if we want me to go straight to Grimble, I guess we can do that. Oh God. Oh, it's so bad. But I'm not gonna waste the whiskey.
Oh, that seems like a bad plan.
Whatever. It'll make the game more entertaining.
There we go. That's the spirit. All right. So with that, and because of the fact that I totally didn't just fix the frames, let's kick off tonight's episode of Adventure from Amethil.
Adventures from Amethil. Some fries, motherfucker.
So here goes the real big thing, though, is I was able to quickly shift off of that. So all it looks like is that the pictures have to be rearranged a little bit.
Yep.
Not like I had to redo it or anything. Worked out perfect. So John, you missed recap, but that's about it.
Oh no.
Boom. So with that, we're going to kick off tonight's episode. And first thing we need to do is pray to Tiamat that this works.
Ooh.
I might have to
Get
back
that.
out and nuke it.
You didn't nuke it?
Yeah, I might have to nuke it. Hold on.
Oh shit. Fantasy Grounds, if you could not flash my entire screen, that would be great.
Wouldn't it?
We got bigger. There's more houses. This is great.
I owe you more deathing? I don't think so. Y'all tried to kill my ass last time. Y'all can fuck right off.
But they didn't.
I was already dead and they kept going.
Isn't the important thing that they didn't kill you, though?
But did you die though?
Right, exactly.
Yes!
You
I don't
did
know how
actually
I came
die as
back,
well.
but I did die.
You're here. I think you're fine.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's too loud.
Died but got better.
All right, so you guys, your vision comes back to from this bright white nothingness, and you look around to see Dracarius, all of the plant life withered, and you see the jackal down on his knee, looking like he's struggling. And as you look about, you see that there are citizens of the kingdom that are bloodied and injured, and everybody seems to be in a bit of disarray and panic.
Well, we haven't recovered from like all of the shit we've been through in the ocean, have we?
No, you have not.
Nope.
All right.
Oh boy.
So,
We're gonna start off with a TPK, huh?
Didn't stop him last game.
Vardrak's still looking very out of breath and fucked up. He just tries to straighten up as he observes the surroundings. All right. I don't know what's going on, but Batsu, go find your family. Go see if they're fine. Grimble, take Ravage and Kirla. Go find anyone else who might be injured and bring them here if necessary, or tend to them there, whatever your call. And then he's gonna walk over to the jackal and like grab him by the collar and says, "What happened?"
And as you do that, like, he just springs up and he kind of knocks your hand off of his shoulder. And he has one hand on his scimitar, and he kind of looks at you for a second. He's, everything has been falling apart while you were gone. I have held off the best that I could. Gnolls have been attacking. About a week ago, the plant life started to die. The last few days, we've been hearing the noises of a large beast out to the eastern woods.
Gnolls and some beasts. Where is Donovan?
Your guess would be as good as mine.
At this point, Vardrak is like mentally reaching out to Asha that he left behind here. Does he sense her anywhere?
No. Once you move that far away, she would be gone.
Okay.
And give me a D20 roll when you get a chance, John.
All right. With Zuminer.
Don't know what to do.
Zuminer, last I seen, he was tending to some of the wounded. The attacks have been more and more frequent, but they strike at their largest numbers at night.
what I was about to ask. Okay.
You all look as bad as we do. If you need to, try to get some sleep for a few hours. We've been holding off this long. We should be able to hold off at least until you wake up.
Have we lost anyone?
There's been a few casualties, but not many. There are a few injured, but the guards have been able to push back most of the attacks. But the gnolls are getting.
One.
Guard number 1's dead.
Fuck you. No, he's not.
I'm so upset.
Ricard, hold on. Ricard, I need you to do something.
The gnolls have become more and more crafty. They started propping up ladders and jumping over the walls.
I guess the. Fine. All right. I'm in no shape to do anything. I'm not going to pretend here. But I need information. Vakta, let's go see if your handmaid's still alive.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, but I don't think she was even in town when we left. Maybe she came back.
We've been gone a while. If she's not back by now,
Then I don't know if she's coming back.
mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go to my house and see if Ara's there or if she left behind any notes or anything.
All right. And one thing you guys do notice as you start looking around is that the castle has been built. Your guys' keep. It's surrounded by about 12 foot tall stone walls, and you can see the keep extruding through the top of that off in the distance.
Still checking my house first, because that's where I would assume Ara would be right now.
Right, no, I understand.
And if she's not there, then I'll check the keep. I mean, I want to see it. My new house.
Seeing the keep is built, I just walk into Vakta's house. Like, she said this is mine now as soon as that was done.
Dibs.
I haven't given you the key yet, bitch.
And what is everyone else doing?
Since the Jackal said that he's able to maintain until we get rest, Vardrak is following Vakta wherever she goes, and then Kirla and Ravage are going to be following him.
And
kind
what?
of confused and not really sure what to do, so he's just like gonna follow Vardrak wherever he goes, hoping
Oh,
that
cool,
he'll
we've
point
got a
him towards
train.
the bed.
We've got a train.
It's like Grimble doesn't have much investment here. He doesn't know what's going on. He just wants to sleep.
All right, so as Vakta and Batsu head to Vakta's house, inside the house, Batsu, your crew members are there. Everybody's there, and like they're kind of surprised that, like, oh, we didn't know that you were headed back. You know, run up and give you a hug, and then they like try to play the downplay, like, oh, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, Batsu is still in his original changeling form, and none of them have really seen him like this before, except for Megami. So he just like tosses his stuff down, sits in a chair. He's like, "Someone explain to me what's going on."
And Chodo, he's like, I don't know what happened. The demon activity started to get crazy all around Amethil. There was even a siege that attacked Durian, but they were able to maintain. About a week or so ago, the activity stopped completely. We stopped seeing them flying around. We stopped seeing them randomly roaming around in the woods. Even the people that we have at post out on the Sylvanus Mend stopped seeing the activity altogether. And about a day or so after that, all of a sudden, the trees started to wilt and the leaves started to fall off and the grass started to brown, and all of the crops were hit with this terrible famine. And then a few days ago, that's when the attack started. These gnolls swarmed the gates, and at first they were just coming in small handfuls, but then the numbers started getting larger and larger, and they just have these glowing green eyes, and they don't fight like they even care about their own life.
I take it they're getting desperate for food, considering all the plant life is gone and the animals that eat that are gone too, or will be soon.
Well, I'm pretty sure they got a couple meals.
What about our stuff? The stuff with the guild. Couldn't be going too well with all this shit, right?
No, I mean, the good news is they got the sewers built, and we were able to start setting things up there for our own little private quarters. But as far as business goes, you know, it's not like war. This isn't making people want to gamble, and you know, everybody's mostly been just sheltered up in their house, especially after that attack in Durian. Most of the business that we had in Durian stopped after that.
Yeah. Well, what we could do during all this, I'm gonna after I rest, at least. Let's get a orphanage going. We can get some of the homeless kids somewhere to go, then us to look up to.
Hey,
Just
you
even survive that long.
You feeling all right?
We had our own shit to deal with. I'm pretty sure I died for a little bit.
Oh?
If I had any concern that it was going to be it for me, I would have messaged you and, you know, said my goodbyes, but I had Ricard with me. He can bring me back. I think he was okay. I don't know what was going on during that whole thing.
Well, yeah, you probably should get some sleep, because you look like shit.
He like looks down at himself. He's like, oh shit, yeah. He like centers himself a little bit, and all the scars and everything go away, and he's back to normal Batsu. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go sleep. Is all of the king and queen stuff, is that moved into the keep? Can I sleep upstairs, or am I gonna go down to the basement again?
No, we haven't touched anything really. They finished it, but I mean, I'm not touching Vardrak's stuff.
All right, well, I'm gonna.
Because
Plus-
he's the scary one.
Plus, that statue just creeps me out.
Okay, I'm gonna go sleep. Shibatsu just walks down the stairs.
Vakta, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
With advantage.
Okay.
Cliff, I sent you a message on Zoom.
You know everybody can read anything you send on Zoom, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Unless I set to private.
Oh shit! I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
I guess we could do that like publicly though, and not we'll do that like for realsies.
Okay.
After they yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
So Vakta, you find a note that basically when you read it at face value, it just says just tidying things up.
Okay. There's no indication of length of time on how long it'll take to tidy things up.
It doesn't say, but you know your thieves' intuition is telling you there's probably more to this than face value.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna look around her room a little bit more and see if there's anything else. Do you want me to do investigation again or perception to look around her room or no?
If you're just looking generally at things, perception for sure. If you're looking for anything specific, investigation.
More of trying to see if there's any indication of how long she's been gone. Or like what kind of belongings are missing.
Sure. Judging by like your private quarters and like any amount of dust that's kind of gathered from there and then her area, you would gather that she hasn't been there for a week or so.
Okay, so she has been here while we were gone. That's all I needed to know. Is she alive? Probably.
Yeah. Like I said, you feel like that note might have a little bit more to it than what you initially seen.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because of you're tired and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the note and probably look at it again once I'm awake. But other than that, probably just crash into my bed and go to sleep.
All right.
Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna take an hour to familiarize myself with this new sword.
Okay.
Same thing, but with my gun.
Does Vakta want to do that with her bow?
Yeah, I do. There's part of me that's like, no, I'll do it in the morning. Like, no, something will happen in the morning where we have to run out and go to work because that's how Cliff does things.
The real life fucking procrastination. Like, I'll just do it in the morning. It's fine.
That's what she would do, but something will happen and wake her out of a deep sleep and she won't have the time. Calling it now.
That's a rude assumption to make. For
Is it? Is it, Cliff?
I don't think it is.
For the record, that is a rude assumption.
I'm a rude person, Cliff.
And you guys also all were just bought magic items, for the record.
Oh. What?
From who?
I don't know. Maybe you should be in chat and you should find out who it is.
No.
Archon did it. Arcanus Nocturne.
Kinda.
By everybody, magic items. So I will get to that in a moment here. So as you guys familiarize yourself and attune yourselves with these weapons, you notice some things. Batsu, this sword that you have, where is it at? Why is it not showing in your thing? Oh, I know why. You gotta actually equip it. That's why. But let me find this thing. Is it this one? So before we do this here, you already have 3 things. No, your Kensei throwing cards do not have to be attuned. I don't know why that's like that. Your Soulbound short sword is attuned, so you're gonna have to unattune that, or your Bracers of the Storm, or your Gloves of Haste. I guess it'd be your call.
The short sword. I don't know. That was an attuned item.
Cool. So now you have your Gloves of Haste, your Bracers of the Storm, and Bloodbane. Or wait, or should I say
Bloodbane.
Blood Bay.
Blood Bay.
Yes.
So the things you know about this weapon from attuning it is that this is a +2 weapon, meaning it will do +2 damage and +2 to all attacks. It has the ability to tether itself to whoever you strike. Every person that you strike builds up charges of Bloodbane. Actually, it's Bloodlust. Builds up charges of Bloodlust. If you expend 3 charges, you could do Blood Siphon, which says as a bonus action made after a successful attack action, you may create a dark tether between yourself and the creature you just struck. The creature that was struck makes a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or their life force is siphoned, inflicting 4d8 necrotic damage to them and healing you for twice as much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
If they pass the saving throw or their life force has been siphoned, they are immune to the tethering effect for 24 hours. That costs all 3 charges to do it. You can only have a max of 3. But you can also do Blood Boil for 1 charge. It could do 1 charge, 2 charges, or 3 charges of Blood Boil. Each one deals 1d4 necrotic damage to you, but it also increases your next attack by that amount. But you have to do the damage to yourself first, and then you make your attack roll. So if you miss the attack roll, then you still take the damage, but you don't get the extra hits. And it can only be for any attack made on that same round.
Okay.
Vakta, your bow, same shit. Vakta, as far as your stuff goes, you have Ring of Invisibility attuned. Wow, that's the only thing you have attuned? That don't seem right.
Doesn't the scimitar need to be attuned? Don't I have that?
I mean, it probably should be, but you ain't got that marked. So we're gonna take this guy. Boop. We're going to boop that down one there. Okay, there you go. Blood tether. Same thing, all that good stuff. And I will have to look to see, but that one's attuned now as well. And Grimble, your gun that has. You guys probably want to attack. Probably want to equip those two. I equipped Grimble's, but nobody else's because I'm shit. The gun that has Typhoon. On the side of it. After you attune to it, you notice that it is a +2 weapon as well. And yours actually does 1d12 piercing and 1d12 force damage per attack. It does have a misfire of 3. So if you roll a 3, 2, or a 1, your gun does misfire. And if you do any of your crazy grit stuff that increases it, it starts at 3 and goes up from there. And then, John, you don't have to attune yours or anything, but I think that if Vardrak tries to see what that amulet does, he's gonna be in for a good show.
Well, when he sees Vakta like fucking around with her new weapon, he's like looking at his necklace and he like starts tapping on it with one of his nails.
Yeah, and as you do, you hear like this click, 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 and you see this flash of purple light. And who all is standing near Vardrak? Everybody's in the same area right now, right? Are you guys all within Vakta's house right now?
I followed where we're right.
Yeah, we're within the house.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Okay, so everybody,
What are you doing to my house?
everybody, go ahead and give me a perception check except for Vardrak. Actually, Vardrak, give me a perception check too,
Why should I bother?
because it makes it more fun.
Oh man. Nailed it as usual.
So, Batsu, you are too distracted by your sword to notice, and Vardrak, of course, doesn't notice. But there is a flash of purple light that kind of encompasses your vision of Vardrak for a split second, and when that flash goes away, Vardrak is standing there stark-ass naked.
He's like, weird. This thing like flashed but didn't really do anything. He's just like shaking
Vardrak.
around.
Vardrak,
Huh?
As he's shaking it,
Get
you're just hearing like...
Vardrak, look at yourself.
Why? Is someone open a window?
Var-
It's a bit drafty in here.
Vardrak, look down.
Huh? Oh. Hey, where'd my armor go? Batsu, where's my armor?
Basu takes a look real quick, doesn't say anything, and goes back to his weapon.
Must be a Tuesday.
Morning routine already? We haven't even gone to sleep yet. All right.
And as you're like, where's my armor? And you're like shaking this pendant. Again, there's another flash of light, and as it flashes, all his armor is back on him.
What?
I like this amulet.
Johnny muted.
Johnny muted.
That's how
Okay.
excited he is.
He's like, before we go to bed, let's everybody look. Okay?
You broke up a little bit. Let's look what?
I'm looking for my armor. So everybody split up. Let's see if we can find it.
When Batsu looks up again, just stares at him and looks back down.
I need to invest in a mirror.
All right, my love, you can find anything. Help me find my armor.
Look down.
How are you doing that?
Fucking love Bob.
You've learned magic. That's what
No! I think it's your amulet.
What? This thing?
Yes. Every time you mess with it, there's a purple flash, and then she just gestures to him.
He like shakes it a little.
And as you do again, it flashes.
I love this. He like kind of like jumps up and down a little bit, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, ah, shit. Now he can really get after me if I do something stupid again.
Then he like kind of like giddily runs up the stairs like a little child with a new toy.
Did you put your armor back on first?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, the clapping! The clapping, you can hear it! It's so moist! Oh, Vardrak, go take a bath, you dirty swine! Oh.
I'm going to bed.
All right, so you guys all go to sleep.
Thank god.
And you guys are awoken in sometime during the night by just the sound of commotion coming from outside.
Grimble like gets out of whatever bed he landed in. She's like, for the love of God, can we not get one good night to sleep?
No.
As soon as Grumble starts yelling, you hear from the basement, "Fuck! Why? I'm so tired."
Grimble picks up his new toy and just like slams it on the floor a couple of times. Come on, Batsu!
You hear a little bit of commotion. And Batsu like wakes up her car. He drags his ass out too. Like, you're not sleeping in. Come on, let's go. There's shit we need to do.
All right, and as you guys head outside, you're seeing guards and civilians with weapons and whatnot, and they're moving towards the eastern gates, and you see another group that's moving towards the southern gates.
Just stops one of the civilians. We got guards for this kind. Why are the civilians taking up arms? Shouldn't you guys be like defending yourselves somewhere?
Because there aren't enough guards for what's about to hit us.
Okay.
Try to stay back this time. I don't want to deal with casualties.
Rodrog walks out. He's got the like the garbs on that he wore during the Frostguard festival. He says, "What's about to hit us?"
Well, we know for sure there's going to be another wave of gnolls coming. The last one was about an hour ago. And there was about 20. But this time we heard the roar of something, and we felt the ground shake as it did. So I think something big's coming this time.
Eight.
Did your boy Donovan go mad?
No, he wouldn't do this.
We'll go to the east side. I see people running to the west. Go with them. If anything happens over there, I need you specifically to come and inform us what's going on the west side, okay?
You mean the south side and the east side?
Yes.
I know you did.
I just woke up.
The sweet side.
Yeah, so they he kind of regroups everybody, and he's like, they want us to focus everything on the south, and they're gonna take the eastern gates. So you three, this way. And they split apart, and they start heading towards the southern gates.
Good job, random civilian.
Vardrak's just gonna immediately start marching towards the eastern gate.
Vardrak, armor. Or never mind. Guessing you have your thing, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Let's go see what the hell this is.
And as you guys head to the gates, you could see that there's like blood in the grass and in the dirt path. There's like mud made from blood with like fur in it. There's scratch marks and gouge marks, like a big scuffle took place here.
And is there anyone at these gates?
There are the two guards that are stationed there, yes.
Batsu's gonna run up the side of one of the gates and stand on top of it to see if he can see anything in the distance.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
It's, I'm tired.
Due to it being dark out and there's really no lights off in the distance that way, you don't see anything, but like looking through the bushes and the tall grass, like you catch glimpses of what seems to be like glowing green eyes periodically.
Is there another tower on the left side?
Yeah.
Gonna go do the same from the other direction.
Give me an athletics check, please. Batsu can walk up walls. That's why he didn't have to do it.
Yeah, fucking weirdo.
Yeah, you just see Batsu like.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Oh no!
Oh no.
How's that leg, Grimble?
He just hits it with his bad ankle. She's like, ah, fuck.
Hey, Jake.
Yep.
High or low?
Low, I guess.
That's unfortunate.
Oh god.
So you start climbing this stone wall, and
time.
you get about 10 or so feet up, and you lose your grip. Your ankle just slips completely, and you just fall onto your back. Ah!
You just feel
On
like
top
this,
of the
like,
tower, you
fourth
hear.
wheeze.
On top of the tower, you hear a little chuckle. It's like,
Sin, I need another 20 from you as well.
Grimble just like laying on the ground, like arms spread out, not even moving. She's like, "Fuck you, Batsu."
But
Batsu runs back down. Like, it's dark. I can't see. I don't got magic eyes like you guys. But I see eyes, the glowing eyes that they were talking about.
And you guys, you start hearing this howling sound just echo out in unison. And it sounds like it's coming from all around you. Like a pack of 100 wolves out from the woods.
Okay. Kierla and Ricard, stay in back. We're in
Ricard.
trying to draw everyone to us.
Batsu grabs his old sword and just tosses it to him. That you have, use a robe.
Robo-Sin, you're breaking up a little bit here.
Sitting,
Ah,
transmitting from a potato.
so Batsu. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Batsu tosses Ricard his old sword, and he's like, "Stop using that stick that you're using. Use this."
He is not attuned to it, so he won't be able to get the full benefits of it.
I know.
But yeah, we could do that. And he is now equipped with it.
Alright. Grimble, you're going to stand just behind the front line. Get your shots off.
Aye.
Sound good? Batsu, where are you going to stand?
You're right with you, brother.
Alright. Then we are going to target. Let's see. Okay, himself, and then Batsu. Okay, gonna cast the aid spell, but gonna do it at a 5th level spell slot, so it should give a plus 15 to our health.
What is that, like temporary?
It's It's that weird one that is not actually temporary hit points. It actually raises the cap and heals it that much. So we're all 15 above. The three of us are 15 above our actual hit point maximum.
So like 15 temporary hit points.
That's how we had to do it last time.
Go ahead.
Temporary hit points can be healed, but this can.
Go ahead and target everybody and cast it.
All right. Let's see how it comes up on Fancy Grounds. Boom. So we only did 5, but we need 10 more on that.
So can't you cast it like?
Oh yeah, I guess so. I don't know if it'll stack though.
I don't know if it will either. I can give it a try though.
Nope.
Nope, it sure won't. All right. So I guess I shall do these. Okay, so the 3 of you, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Everybody, go ahead and give me an initiative roll.
That really raggy.
Oh no.
That was only extremely.
I am tired.
Okay.
What the fuck are these rolls, guys? Come on.
This is gonna be a bad day.
So you guys.
I always get advantage. That's what that means.
You guys hear the sound of the howling, and it stops. And the next thing you know, you guys start feeling these light vibrations coming from the ground. And if you look off in the distance, you would start seeing these shadows just growing from the darkness of the trees. Anybody with dark vision, you'd be able to see these gnolls running out. And we're talking 50 plus gnolls running towards the wall right now. You can't tell how far out it goes, but looking through the opening in this gate or in the wall that's here, this 15 or so foot opening, you guys can see as far from left to right, nothing but gnolls coming. Facta, it is your turn. You have 1 round of preparation.
I'm going to climb one of the towers so I can get a better angle with my bow. You said that's athletics to do?
Yes. You could do athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, cool. I'll do acrobatics. Because that'd be a 25.
So which one are you climbing up on?
This one.
So as you do, you make it to the summit and you focus your eyes, and all of a sudden everything just gets brighter. Everything that was in shadows, the shadows just dissipate, and you're able to see clearly off into the woods. Everything that's going on right now. Give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Let me roll another 20 for you.
You see off in the distance, which you assume to be 150, 200 feet away, this large silhouette break from the tree line and take to the sky.
Oh, fuck.
Ravage, what's he doing to set up?
Let's see. Let's make sure to do that. Okay. Yeah, he is going to rage. And can he ready an attack?
No. You can, but there's nothing that's going to trigger it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd be lying to you if I said that it would. But no, go ahead. Go ahead and ready the attack just in case. We'll see. I guess it depends on how the dice roll.
Yeah, he'll ready to attack if anything comes in range, but he's not going to run out there.
Okay. Vardrak.
He will make sure it's highlighted. Okay. He's going to take a stance, like he taps on his little amulet to make his armor come on.
Yeah, and as you do, you see this. Everybody around sees this bright light, and you see when the light fades, instead of him having his royal garment on, that he has his full battle armor.
And then, like, he kind of like takes a step forward and then takes a battle pose, and he's going to cast mirror image on himself to have his little mirror images of him come out like to the sides of him.
What does that do? 3 of them?
Yes.
Just to make this a little bit easier to manage so we don't get confused, your 3 mirror images will be these V's.
What do you want?
Go ahead and put them wherever you want them.
All right.
Get out of here, Bob.
All right. And that is his action. Okay, that is second level. Okay, so bonus action.
Your bonus action was you putting on your armor.
Oh, okay, so that requires one. Okay.
Yeah, it requires a bonus action.
Okay.
To Don and to Doff.
All right, cool. Then he is done.
What's Ricard doing?
He has his holy symbol out in his hand. He's looking at it while he's looking at Vardrak, Batsu, and Grimble, and he is saying a prayer and blessing all of them.
Make sure you target them.
Yep. I don't know why they're not targeted though.
Yeah, you're not targeting anybody.
Am I?
Yeah, now you're targeting them.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, so you have Grimble, Batsu, and Vardrak targeted.
Do the right one.
Yes, that's helpful too.
Did that do it?
Looks like it.
Yes. Yep. All right. And that's his turn.
All right. Grimble, what are you doing?
Is there any like debris or anything that he can like set up behind and like mount his like gun on as like a frame almost?
There's like some barrels and whatnot laying around that you could do that with, yeah.
Okay. He's gonna get like a little like within the gate walls, but like just so he can see out. Prop his gun up on like a barrel, so he's just prepping, waiting.
Okay, are you gonna ready attack too?
Yeah. How do I do that again?
You just tell me what your triggers are gonna be and what's gonna. If the conditions are met, then you'll just do a regular attack. You don't have to actually do anything.
Oh, okay.
So what's your triggers gonna be like specifically?
If I can visibly see like a null like charging at the gate.
Okay. Batsu.
So the same as the big fucking demon. He's looking around at everyone getting ready and shit. He's like, all right, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be a lot of fighting, a lot of punching. And he pretty much just gets into a defensive stance, and he is taking a dodge action, and that is it.
Cliff, real quick, can you remove the unconscious effect from Ravage?
Nah.
Okay.
He's fine. How do you know he's unconscious? How do you know he's conscious though?
Just dragging him.
Yeah, maybe he just sleepwalks in rage like this.
Pretty much. Wouldn't doubt it.
Why are all of our helpers fucking weird?
You know.
What is Kirla's just gonna do her Horizon on Batsu.
Yeah, that works. Probably want to put her in order behind Vardrak as usual.
Well, you told her
One
and
second.
Ricard to stand back.
Okay, so only if they're by each other you want to do that?
I mean, you just told him that. I was just putting her where you told her.
No,
to
like
stay.
in order of combat.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, in order of combat. Oh, yeah, we could do that. 14, 13. 13. Cool, that worked. All right. So, as you guys, Vakta, you see them running. You feel the ground trembling. And for a moment, like, other than like the off in the distance, the sound of just hundreds of feet moving in unison, there's no sounds. There's no birds. There's no crickets. There's no nothing. And then
Okay.
all of a sudden, you just hear this eruption of yelling and exclamations coming from the city itself. You hear them, "Men, brace yourselves!" And if you turn to look over your shoulder, you're seeing gnolls scaling the wall and the citizens fighting and guards going crazy. And you start hearing the yips of gnolls. And you hear this sound echo out from the distance, this loud roar.
Okay. Can I still see the shape that took to the sky?
Yeah, you could see it flying above, headed in your guys' direction.
I was about to ask if I could see how far it was, but then I realized I have a feat where that doesn't matter. So I don't know what that is. Okay, can I roll perception to see if the shape is familiar, like if it looks like a dragon or if it's a demon?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do a perception check on that.
Wow. What the hell?
A 20 and a 1. Okay, well, I'm glad that I have advantage on that. And when I rolled another 20, I got another 20.
Go ahead and give me one more 20.
I wish this
We're about to break the game.
Scared.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Ah!
So,
Wow.
as you see this thing flying towards, it definitely looks of a dragon's shape. And it looks like it's adorned with some tattered cloth, like an armor or maybe like a saddle. But you can't see anything but like the underside of it as it's flying towards. And if you had to give your best guess, you would assume that is Donovan.
I'm gonna let it go for a round and see if, like, want to give him benefit of the doubt that he's on our side somehow. So I'm just gonna fire at Noel.
So you see, in your guys' immediate vicinity, five gnolls running towards the opening where you guys are at. Two of them have these makeshift ladders in their hands.
Okay. Does the one I'm targeting, which I think is number 4, does that one have a ladder?
He does not.
Sorry.
What one does?
The two end ones.
Okay, so this one does. Alright, I'm gonna shoot that one. And I'm double checking just because it's been a while. Yep, I get advantage against him because my turn's before his. And I'm gonna shoot my bow. Let's try out this new fancy bow.
That is a hit.
Drop the 2.
I did. Stop saying what I'm dropping.
Keep having advantage, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine for us.
You hit it, and it immediately, like, it just kind of falls back, and the ladder comes with it. Boom, and it hits the ground and stops moving.
Thought. And that's all I got for my turn.
All right. Ravage's turn.
I guess he would pull out a javelin and throw it. Well, can he do that as his like now that they're in range, like as his triggered action?
No, because they're not in melee range still.
Okay. All right. Well, he is going to pull out a javelin, and we're going to chuck it at. Let's say that one. Yeah. And yeah, screw it. We can do this as a reckless attack, right? Yeah, let's do that.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, so you hit him with the javelin, and it just sticks straight in the shoulder, and he snarls at it a bit, and you see him like wiggling it, and he like snaps it out of his skin and throws it onto the ground, and he kind of looks at Ravage, and he's just snarling and frothing.
All right, that's the end of his turn.
Vardrak.
Okay, so we got one more ladder on the north side there.
Correct.
Okay. We'll do this at 4th tier. All right, so he takes out he has his hammer out, but like he makes a motion like he's throwing the hammer at this one. Let me see. At the one with the ladder, which should be that one. And then his spiritual hammer emerges out of it in an attempt to hit it.
Okay.
Where the fuck is it on my list? Okay, there we go.
That is a hit.
Cool.
So you hit it, and it like stumbles for a second, and it like braces itself on the ladder, and it continues running forward with the ladder in hand.
Does it look like it is pretty hurt from that?
Yeah, I mean it definitely seemed to wound it pretty decently, but not enough to stop its stride.
Okay, then he will. That was his bonus action. So yeah, he's going to do a fight. Yeah, we'll do a firebolt here.
That is a hit.
All right.
And as you hit it, you just see its fur just erupt, and when the flames start crawling up the ladder as he's running with it, and you see him just like kick a couple steps, and he like drops the ladder with one hand, and he just keels over to the side as he's still burning and the ladder is burning.
All right, that's his turn.
Keela's turn. What do you want her to do?
Let's see. Who's coming up soon? Here. Cast that thing that gives like a plus. What's that called?
Horizon?
Yeah, give a Horizon to Grimble.
Okay. And so Grimble, on your next attack or saving throw, you roll an additional d4 with it.
Thanks.
Rakar.
Oh, there are so many people blocking that entrance. So he like gets up behind Batsu. He like reaches over his shoulder, puts a hand out, and which, let's see, no one. Oh, he's dead. No two. All right. As he's pointing his hand towards this thing, it starts to freeze at the end of it, and an ice bolt shoots out of it.
That is a hit.
My freeze ray, I stop.
And is this undead?
It is not undead.
All right. So then it just gets that.
So when you shoot out this chill touch, like, what does this look like?
The dragon mark that comes from his back and goes around his armor a little bit. You see that glow over a bright white. And then frost starts forming on his arm all the way to his hand. And it once it gets to his fingertips, it forms into a spear and shoots straight out.
So yeah, you see this like icy spear shoot out, and it impales into the chest of this gnoll, and you see it like instantly like melt away, and for a second you can see like the full gaping hole where it's stabbed in before the muscles and flesh kind of contract over it and the fur folds back, and it yelps a little bit, but it just keeps running forward towards the gate.
He takes a step back, and he says a prayer to himself. His dragon mark glows again, and this time it expands over his whole body, and he casts his major armor. I don't think that was supposed to go to the gnoll, though.
But are you sure? Was that Knoll 5? It didn't go to him.
I don't think it went to myself either. There it goes. Alright. And that's his turn.
Okay. And the gnoll that was just hit by the ice, he runs over and grabs the ladder that this one dropped, and he puts it up on the wall, and you see him scale the wall, jump over, and and he takes off into the city slightly. Grimble, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Shoot next anyway.
At disadvantage.
All right. Perception.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
So you would hear this gnoll jump down right behind you, and because of the fact you had an attack ready, go ahead and do an attack on this one behind you.
Really?
Actually, give me one more because you got to do this attack at disadvantage too.
Oh, okay.
What could be worse?
Whoa.
Ready for that one?
There we go. That's
No, you're at disadvantage, not advantage. So we're gonna take the 13. But you do get a D4, so go ahead and roll a D4 as well. So that is a miss.
Oh.
But that's just your first attack. You do not have any more disadvantages, so you're free to make them at full vantage.
New and
Full
improved
vantage?
Grimble with no reload. Let's see it.
Yep.
Gotta make it my turn, yo.
Yep, he's still on Noel's turn.
I mean, I guess I could do that.
All right, so you guys want to see a trick?
That is a hit.
Kaboom!
Oh god. Damn.
Yeah. So you hit him, and you see this, like, for the first time when you get a good shot off on this weapon, you see this harpoon launch out. And as you're looking at it, it sort of bends your vision around it, almost like the turbulent displacement from like a heat wave. You see bending around this as it hits him. You almost see him like react to it before the harpoon hits him, and then the harpoon sticks him, and the momentum from this thing actually carries him over and sticks him into the wall.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Stick around.
And you still have one more attack as well.
See, I can still like shoot between people here, can I?
If you shoot between people like that, you would be doing it as if they had cover. So, like, if you're shooting at any of those gnolls out there, you'd be doing it at, well, if you got to get through two people, a -5.
Wait, do you have sharpshooter?
Yes.
No, he doesn't. He can shoot just normally, I believe.
I don't think that stops them when they're obscured. Does it?
Yep. Yeah, like
Any kind of up to full cover, he doesn't get a disadvantage. Right?
yep, they have to have full cover for him to take any sort of disadvantage.
Yep.
Where
Your
does
ranged
it say
weapon
that?
attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Yep.
Under sharpshooter, the feat.
Yep.
Under sharpshooter, you said?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did you
Okay,
actually
I see
pull
this
out
the
the
second part.
book? Really? I can pull it up right here.
All right, no, you're cool then. Yeah, go ahead and make that attack. That is a hit.
Kaboom!
Yeah, and Vardrak and Batsu, you guys see this harpoon just through you guys, and as it does, it hits this knoll, and you see the knoll just like launch backwards, kind of off into the distance, and just land into the ground. And Grimble, it is now your turn.
Oh fuck yeah!
Actually, hold on. So your attack was if anybody comes in range, you would do that.
Yeah.
So the first two attacks were for your last one. That was your first attack of this round, so you still get 2 more.
Now, the one you just took off the screen, Cliff,
That
that
was not the one I had targeted.
and that was the one that should have already been dead by Vardrak.
Yeah, the two.
Shut your whore mouth.
And like without even having to reload, like he's just continuously firing these massive harpoon bolts out.
Probably laughing like a maniac.
His first time using his new toy and he's seeing all this shit? Yeah, for sure. To see him like rocking. That was a hit.
You're all fucked now.
Kaboom! Kaboom! Kaboom!
So as you hit this one, you see again, he gets knocked back and he's laying on the ground, but you still see him twitching.
I still have one more, right?
You do.
We're
So
out
he's
of Knowles.
No, this one's still
gonna
alive.
He's just gonna aim, like, did he fall backwards when he got hit?
Yeah, like you hit him in the chest as he was running forward, and the momentum like knocks him off of his feet, and he flew back about 5 feet, and he's laying on the ground. And you still see his like body twitching.
Okay, I'm gonna aim from center mass from where I am, which is already pretty close to the ground, mind you. So, as a rough guess where that harpoon might land.
It's going right up Main Street.
And it does.
Just another shot. Just
Damn.
Yeah.
Another 12. Damn.
Yeah. So you.
Guys, I think Grumble got this covered.
like he just got this big stupid grin on his face, and like when like he's finally done, there's just this plume of smoke coming out the front of the gun. Everyone else just slowly turns around and stares at him.
And yeah, so you see as it shoots, it just kind of rips into him, just nice and juicy. Batsu, you've just seen Grimble basically clear the battlefield, and you still see there are more gnolls on the forefront that are running close, but none of them are within range right now.
He's like, has his sword ready to go charging, and he's like, oh. Mine, I guess. Instead of holding it forward, he holds it backwards again, and he gets back into his defensive stance. And he is taking another dodge action, and that's it.
Okay. You guys see up in the air, come into view of everybody, this dragon. And it hovers down slightly above. It's probably a good 50 or so feet above you guys. And as you look, you do notice that it is Donovan. And he looks at you with absolute hate and malice. And you see him puff up his chest.
And we'll just like ducks down behind Vardrak. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I was about to do uncanny dodge, but I couldn't find it fast enough.
So, you guys notice that as this bolt of poison energy shoots out, it hits Vardrak, who's standing outside the city walls, and you see this invisible barrier show itself as the staff of Tiamat protects the dragon breath from breaking the walls of the city. Vardrak being the only one that's slightly outside of it, he's the only one that takes any damage, but you did succeed your save, so you only took half damage.
Fuck.
Okay.
And
Thank God.
as he does that, he flies up and he begins flying above the city. Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Vardrak, I thought your boy was supposed to help.
Gribble's just gonna look back and be like, so what were ye saying about your boy Donovan not being doing this?
Why didn't they give me the auto advantage?
Is something knocking you off, like giving you disadvantage?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I have no idea.
I'm gonna roll a second time since it
Sure,
did.
go ahead.
Now it does.
Well, there it is.
So either way, it's either like a 10 or a 12, so that's fine.
Yeah.
22. So Grimble and Vakta, you both notice as Donovan takes the sky that he is being mounted by someone or something.
Grimble just looks up and points and goes, "He's got a friend with him!" And starts aiming his gun up at
he does.
the dragon.
And Bardrag snaps his head around. Don't hurt Donovan. Kill whatever's riding him.
What? Yeah, did you guys see what was on his back?
Don't know. Gonna kill it.
Could we tell what kind of form it was on his back?
It definitely looked humanoid.
Some kind of being. Looked like you and E. You and I.
Okay.
How hard can you throw me? He says half sarcastically.
Oh, don't say that!
He puts his hand up and like points to Bardrag.
Oh, Bardrag's gonna take you seriously. To get sarcasm, I should know I'm his wife.
Bardrag's already like adjusting his throwing arm.
I mean, I could turn into like halfling, then you could toss me and I could float down if you miss.
That sounds like a better idea.
Let's wait.
Don't you
Let's
keep-
wait. Let's wait. Let's look for some more gnolls. Immediate threat first, please.
Don't you keep the same weight when you transform?
Yeah,
Depends. Oh, if he's shapeshifting, then yeah.
Yeah, but you know, more condensed, better grip.
Better aerodynamics. Or you could just, turn into a bird.
It doesn't work like that.
Vakta, it is your turn.
Alright, can I target the thing on Donovan?
From this angle, you would not be able to. He would be completely blocked by Donovan's undercarriage.
Teehee undercarriage. I'm an adult.
I mean, if we knock him down, if he's just unable to fly, he's still alive. Can I aim specifically for his wings?
Sure.
Alright.
If you're aiming at his wings, you would be doing it at disadvantage for an aim shot.
I already have advantage because he hasn't taken a turn in combat this round yet, so do you want me to just do a normal shot?
Yep.
Oh, this is great. I'm having a good time. This is fantastic. That was a bad shot.
Your arrow, as he's flying, you knock this arrow and you let it loose, and as soon as you do, you see Donovan snap his head and he kind of rolls to the side a bit. And as he does, you get a glimpse of the person riding it for just a brief second before he corrects himself.
Anything super noticeable about the person on him?
He appears to be robed with a full hood over covering his face, but he appears to be wearing like plated robes.
Okay.
All right. And Ravage's turn.
All right, so no one else has broken the tree line or anything, right?
Actually, before his turn, it would be this guy's turn. So you guys see other gnolls running up through the front line. And this guy heads directly over towards this ladder. Now it's Ravage's turn.
Okay. He's gonna run over to this guy.
Okay.
And with his spear, let me see. Let's do this at a reckless attack. 20.
That is a hit.
Okay. Like that, and then he's going to do his half attack.
That is a miss.
All right.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
And as a reaction, this gnoll attempts to bite at Ravage, but he pulls himself away just in time. He sees like the frothing jaws snap right in front of his face.
Okay. Yeah, screw it. Action surge.
Okay.
And another spear attack.
That is a hit.
Boom.
Yeah, so he like dodges backwards and he takes a spear and just shoves it right up underneath his jaw. You just hear kind of the like a muffled whine of a dog as he shakes him free and his body slumps to the ground.
All right. And can he use the rest of his movement action to just literally he knows is there, but he's just going to run into the fucking ladder to knock it over?
You wouldn't be able to knock it over. You could like stand in front of it to attempt to body block people from using it.
Okay, he'll body block then.
But yeah, I would say that's at least a bonus action to try to knock that over.
Okay.
All right, Vardrak, your turn.
Okay. Vardrak's going to take a step back into the shield.
It's safer back here.
Would Donovan's attack would have mattered that he had mirror image out?
Your mirror images would have been hit by it too.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. How does that work with you having the 3 mirror images?
Well, normally it's supposed to roll, and then if you get, hold on. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
6 or higher on what?
Hold on. Roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates.
Okay, so d20 you said?
Mm-hmm.
9.
Okay. So we had 3, so he said on a 6 or higher, you can change the attack to a duplicate.
You have to roll lower than a 6?
Apparently.
Okay, so 1, 2. So what would the 3 be then? Would that hit you then?
Well, is the second one after did the first one hit?
So the first one would be a 9, which means that it would erase one of your duplicates.
Okay, so then that changes it to having 2 duplicates.
And then a 3?
That would have hit him, yeah.
Okay, so that hits you. And then a 7?
That would have hit the other duplicate.
And then a 5.
That hits Vardrak.
Okay, so only one of them would have hit you, so 1 duplicate out then.
Okay.
Because the area effect would have hit everything in that area.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah, his turn. He is going to cast. We'll cast Blur. His new little trick.
Shake. Say shake.
And yeah, we'll do a. Nope, never mind. Nope, because I already got my spiritual weapon out. So we'll use the spiritual weapon to attack. Let's say you.
Does Blur take concentration too?
Yes.
Well, does spiritual weapon take concentration?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
It's so good.
So good. Until you do that. You know, hold on. Wait. we're gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
Roll another 20. I'll use that 9 instead.
So
9
that would have been
plus
9,
12.
10, 11 plus 10.
Yes.
So yeah, 21 definitely hits.
Okay. And that is his turn.
Yeah, so you see this spiritual hammer just come crashing into this knoll and dissipating for a second before it rematerializes next to him. Kierla's turn. She's definitely going to heal you.
Okay, yeah. Probably for the best.
Not much.
Eh.
Rakar's turn.
Car steps over to Vardrog.
Oh, okay. Actually, I can use that.
Fucking touch me.
And he places a hand on its back and says to him, Tiamat has looked down on us today. Fellow dragon is attacking us. And he heals him for 6.
All right.
Let's untarget him. And as he's standing there, he after he's done healing him, he lifts his arm and puts it over his shoulder, points at one of the gnolls again, and does the same icy chill touch.
And the ice just like shoots off to the side, and you hear it hit the ground and shatter.
And takes a step back, and that's his turn.
All right. Grimble, your turn.
Cliff, do I get the +5 from the hammer from Rakar's heal?
Is it only your own heals, or does it specify?
No, it's supposed to be anyone's heal, but you didn't put a description on the button, so I'm not sure if it was a special type of heal or what.
I'll go ahead and put it out for you. You're good.
Okay.
Go ahead, Grimble.
Let loose.
Open the cannons.
That is a hit.
my turn.
Aha!
Everyone just plugs their ears.
Yeah, so you hit this one, and again, its body just flings back.
I like it. Another.
Oh my god.
No.
That definitely is a hit.
I
Buster just standing there, arms crossed against the wall, just waiting.
God.
Fuck you!
So this one,
Wow.
That
as it's
was
running,
crushing.
this thing hits it in the chest. It just keeps going through, and this thing actually takes a few steps, and you see it just kind of slow and just. Boom.
Hey, Butt, you're dead.
Don't worry, guys. I got the gate. Go get out of it. Leave your car here with me. You guys go take care of that.
All of a sudden, you guys hear this voice boom from all around you. You will all be slain by Thanatos, the Corruptor.
Who the fuck?
Batsu, your turn.
Okay, yeah. Grabs his sword, flips it back around to the actual sword part. He's like, oh, okay. Just fucking walks over to the fucking ladder knocks it over and stomps on the like halfway between the ladder to break it.
Okay. That would give me an athletics. Oh yeah. You like you notice that it's just kind of like hastily like vines wrapped around wood forming this crude ladder, and you easily break it apart.
Vardrak yells.
Then he runs over to the other one and does the same.
Can you check the other gate?
Would I be able to do it to both ladders?
You only have one bonus action.
Can I like strike this thing with my sword, like right in the middle?
Yeah, go ahead and just do an attack roll.
All right. I want to use this thing.
No.
Just
not
for the
allowed.
record, you don't. Goddamn. For the record, you do not. You do not get charges of bloodlust from hitting inanimate objects. But yeah, you slice it and just shatter. Like just the shockwave and vibration from the sword hit, you see it like untwine a bunch of the vines and render it relatively useless.
And like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Let's see. So, like right there.
All right.
Starts taking off.
You see Donovan circling around, and he dips down low enough, Vakta, that you can see this figure that's riding on his back has like these eyes that look like they just have green flames shooting out. You can actually see the trail of light beam off into the sky as it's staring at you, and you notice that Donovan's eyes have the same green glow.
The corruptor, got it. Okay.
Seems kind of cliche.
Ravage is gonna be dragon food.
And you see Donovan swoop down, grabbing at Ravage and picking him up off the ground and biting him, and he just shakes slightly and throws him back onto the ground, and he swoops back up into the air about 25 feet or so above the ground.
Well then.
Vakta.
Can I target the rider? Is he low enough that I can see him?
You definitely can, yeah.
Okay. So would I target this thing? Thanatos. Whatever. Alright.
They know.
And let's hit. Maybe.
That is a hit.
Yay! Sneak attack, damage, go!
Jesus.
Yeah! And then I'm done! I can't do anything else. I'm good at going.
Except now it more would go squeak.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see the arrow hit him, and he kind of hits down and he looks over at the arrow and he like snaps it and he looks over at you, and he like points his hand out like this, and as he does, you see the surge of green energy come from out of his robe and surround his hand. Ravage's turn.
Vardrak is yelling for him to get the fuck back within the shield, so he does. And let's see, how far can he throw these fucking javelins? He's got like one more.
I think he
He's
can
like
do it 60 feet, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
should be able to hit either one of them. If you're aiming at Thanatos, you're going to be doing it at a -2 for partial cover.
Okay, -2, clicked. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Here we go. All right, tossing one. Wait,
That is a miss.
why did it do 2? I did a reckless attack.
I don't know. You can do a -2 and do another one if you want.
Yeah, let's see. -2. I hope that doesn't take it off, but whatever. Let's try it again. Oh, that's a little better.
There we go.
I think that's a hit.
Here's your bonus 20.
Just wait, before you. So, never mind. That would be a hit anyway. You're good. I was gonna say because if it was reckless, don't you do reckless at disadvantage?
No. Reckless means that I get advantage on the attack, but then anyone attacking me until the next round also gets advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you put that on you? Reckless attack is on there. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Yeah. So
Unless it's only for melee attacks.
maybe. I'll read into it.
1 second. Let me double check here.
Okay.
Because I don't know why it wouldn't work if that was the case. Advantage on melee weapon attacks and strength rolls, so that would not hit.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Well. All right, he's done.
Vakta, go ahead and give me a d20, please.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You got a 2-headed fate coin against you. Give me a d4. You do 4 extra damage with every attack now for the rest of the session. All right. Boop, 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 boo. Vardrak, your turn.
Okay, so this guy's in range, and he seems to be humanoid, right?
He is a humanoid, yep.
I am getting very bad ideas, yes. I wonder, could we do let's see. Well, let's have a shot, huh? Yeah, let's do that.
Quick question.
Yeah.
With violent shot, because it says you get 1 damage die or 1 additional weapon damage die per grip point spent.
Yep.
So if I use that with Typhoon, would it give me 1 for each of the force and 1 for the?
Oh yeah, it's all one. Because it's all one attack. Yeah, you would just do the attack twice, and it would double the attack for both.
Okay.
Hey, Cliff.
Yeah.
With my Paladin Divine Sense, does this guy sense as evil as he's flying past us here?
Oh, you definitely get a sense of evil from him, from Donovan, from the Knolls, from this entire fucking region. This entire area has a nice aura of evil to it.
Fuck this touch. Screw it. Okay, let me make sure he's targeted. We're gonna target Mr. Thanatos. Let's see if this works.
He failed his save.
All right. Cast that.
If he's paralyzed, does that mean he can lose his grip on grabbing?
That's what I'm hoping. That's exactly what I'm fucking hoping. And I don't know if my spiritual weapon can even make that. Let's see, how far can it go? 20 feet. And this guy's beyond 20 feet, I'm guessing, right?
He's 35 from me.
And he's 25 feet in the air. So the distance away from you plus 25 feet.
Okay, we're gonna use bonus. We're gonna make Firebolt a bonus action here.
Okay.
And do that.
Goddamn.
Haha, fuck you.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of his legendary saves.
Alright. Then all
Goddamn
done.
special monsters.
Rude.
He's paralyzed. How can he save from that?
Because he's legendary.
Sounds like some DM bullshit if I ever heard it.
Probably. What do you want Kirla to do?
Continue healing Vardrock.
Alright.
But wait, can he? Hold on. I might have an objection here. Hold on.
What's that?
Objection! And for Thanatos, I declare a boot to the head.
All right, hold on. Let me look this up. Okay, so D&D 5e paralyzed.
We're actually doing pretty good right now because I keep tearing through those fucking gnolls faster than they can spawn.
Yeah.
Incapacitated, can't move or speak. Creature attack.
Yeah, as long as he's not incapacitated, he can do his legendary actions.
As long as he's not incapacitated?
I believe that's what it says.
Okay, so first bullet point is a paralyzed creature is incapacitated.
Okay, cool. Then I'll use the first legendary resistance to resist your paralyze, and I'll use the second one to resist the damage.
Well, he gets 2
He gets 3.
per round.
No, total.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Per day.
Okay. All right. Well, he's burned through 2, so.
Yep. And with him resisting your paralyze, I believe he's resistant to that for 24 hours.
That's if he resisted. He's using an ability to.
He's using a legendary resistance. Yes. What the fuck just happened? Sin,
Everyone
stop doing what you
move!
just did.
Disconnected out of nowhere.
Stop doing that.
Alright.
But yeah, when he uses a legendary resistance, it's just like he actually made the save, or he made the either the save roll or the defense roll against it.
Mm-hmm.
So it would count the same thing.
Okay, but for whole person doesn't say anything about not being able to cast it again.
Okay.
All right. But anyways, continue.
What do you want Kirla to do? Heal you for your 3 hit points you're missing?
Is it only 3?
Yeah, you had the 15.
Then ravage then. So I don't think anyone else is taking any hits.
All right. Rakar.
So, would Ricard be able to make a shot at this thing?
Yeah, I mean, as long as he can hit something that is however far away Donovan is from you plus 25.
Yep.
And anything that you're doing, you'd be doing it with a, like if it's a ranged attack, you'd be with -2 because he has partial cover from Donovan.
Okay. Let's do the -2. Let's do that. I don't know why they're at advantage.
Did you take off the paralyzed effect?
Oh, no, I did not. That explains it. Dropped a 12 for 12. I'll go ahead and say that it hit. But don't do it yet. Hold on one second. Let me take off this damn paralyze effect. Go ahead.
Nice.
And he gets that effect on him. And that's it. That's his turn.
Yeah, so you see the ice like pierce his skin, and you see it melt away, and you can see the flesh wound that's on there, and he just kind of scoffs a bit, and you can see the blood sort of staining his deep purple cloth. Grimble, your turn, and you have a +4 die that you can use this turn. So you can choose to use it for your attack roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alright, targeting him.
Get him, Grimble.
Kaboom!
That is, roll your D4.
Yeah.
Good.
That just barely hits.
Oh my god.
A 2?
That definitely hits.
I guess they can't all be massive. One more.
Oh no.
Oh,
So a 1 also means that your gun breaks.
Does someone want to be really nice right now?
That was your last roll anyway, so you don't have any actions to be able to repair.
I can action surge, bitch.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But I only have 1 player point. Fuck.
From that, and not just like.
Allie, you can go ahead and do that table of fate, and there's a potential that you'd be.
Let me just stumble around my inventory, seeing if I have anything I can do here. Trying to wait for somebody to be nice.
So someone was nice, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So you have advantage on your next roll.
Okay.
So if you want to action surge, you can attempt to fix it at advantage.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Go ahead and do your action surge, and then go ahead and make a Tinker Tool check at advantage.
Think high numbers.
Oh wait, you made an action for it, didn't you? Wait. No, was it under abilities?
It's under your skills.
Oh, under skills. Yeah.
Make sure you click advantage before you roll it,
Yep.
though.
Hey.
I'd say that probably
Repair the fuck out of it.
probably does it. So that was your action. Do you have any bonus actions that you want to do?
Well, no, that would have been my bonus action because that was the action surge.
Action surge gives you another action. You use that action to repair your weapon. So you still have
so
a
I still
bonus
have that.
action. You took the attack action for your first one, and you just took a second attack action. You still have a bonus action.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll shoot again.
Can you shoot with a bonus action?
I think so, can I?
I don't think so.
Let me look.
I think you only have the attack action.
If I could find... It says take 1 additional action on top of your regular action.
Yeah. And you're
Okay.
so when you take your attack action, you can do 3 attacks, but it's still 1 action.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really have much else I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. So, as he was pointing his arm out towards Vakta,
I don't like that.
he hit.
Okay, uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Yeah, let me. Keep losing it. There's so much stuff here.
You should drag it to the bottom hotbar, and then you'll have access to it whenever you want it.
Okay, I do, but every time we nuke, so it's all clear again, the bottom bar's gone.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's shitty. Go ahead and give me 2d8, please. So you take an additional 15 damage as this blast hits you in the chest and knocks you backwards 10 feet off of the wall.
No, that's my trick.
I don't like that.
And Ravage gets hit too, and again you see him get knocked back 10 feet. It looks like this is something you guys have seen before. It's a very familiar looking bolt that blasts out this blast of energy that you see knock them backwards. And he looks at you guys and he says, "Just know that when my life ends, so does your pet dragon's." Batsu, your turn.
All right. So, am I gonna count these out?
Well, what are you doing?
100 feet of movement, and my dash.
Actually, a real easy way to do it. If you hold the right control button and drag, it should actually start giving you a counter. Is that working?
I'm not seeing anything.
Hold on.
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Well, here, let's do this real quick then. All right, go ahead and do it now.
There you go.
Cliff, can we use cards on Ravage and Ricard and Kirla?
No.
Okay.
So from there, I should be able to grab this and do that. I fucked it up.
Do you not want to do that?
Hold on. All right, right there. That should. And that's just it. That's it.
Okay. And Donovan again takes off over the city, and you see him just breathing his breath attack at the city. And as he does it, you're seeing the shield just blocking the effects of it as he just roars and then flies back around. All right, and Vakta, it is your turn.
Okay. First, ow. I don't think I want to climb back up there again because that was painful. So Donovan's in the sky, so I can't hit Thanatos again, right? Blocked.
Give me a perception check. Give me another 20, please.
I didn't. I can see everything today, apparently. Or maybe not. I can see a lot today.
Yeah, you're seeing the world right now.
God damn it. It played through my head, but I was hoping
falling off this time.
So to the average person, this would be a damn near impossible shot. But for someone that is skilled as you feel like you could probably make it.
I'ma do it. Oh my god, I've scrolled all the way to the top. There's so much stuff. Why do I have so much stuff?
Question I ask all the time.
Oh, I should have had advantage on that. I didn't click it, so...
That's a hit regardless.
Oh, well, okay then.
They both hit.
Well, I can only make one attack, so we'll just make it count.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you see as this arrow flies through like this as Donovan's flying, and it just breezes right over his scales and hits the guy right on the side.
Does that include the extra damage I was doing for some reason?
No. So it'd be 4 on top of that. I can add it.
Okay.
Make sure when you roll your damage next time, just do 4 in the modifier first.
Okay. I'll totally remember that.
Yeah, I know you will. Ravage's turn.
Vardrak's gonna look over at Vakta and says, "Do you still have the poison that Donovan gave you?"
You know, in theory, yes. I don't know if I ever added it to my inventory. Yes. Yes.
You should use it. Ravage is just going to return to his position. I can't move freely. Okay, whatever.
So who's moving there? You said Ravages?
Ravages.
Yeah. All right.
He's got nothing to do this turn. We will do. Second win is a bonus, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Alright, so we'll do second win. Sweet. And then he's going to ready an attack for anything that comes in range.
Okay. And Vardrak, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm assuming this guy's in 35 feet anymore.
What's that?
Them flying around, not 35 feet anymore.
Oh, no, he's way further than that.
Okay.
Given the height and everything, he's probably a good 80, 90 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he's just going to ready a spell cast when...
You can't ready spell cast.
What can I ready?
You can only ready a melee attack or a ranged attack.
Can I ready a ranged spell attack?
No, it can't be a spell. It has to be an actual attack.
Okay. Then... Oh, I guess he'll cast... Spell slots. He'll cast Armor of Pegasus on himself. It's supposed to be plus 15, but I might have to manually add that. Oh, nice. I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Give yourself the armor?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be 12 because you have the thing there. Okay, there.
Okay. And yeah, he would just. He's dead.
All right. Kirla.
She's gonna give Vata the special thing that she does. And she seems to be able to hit so far.
I'm gonna give Vakta that special thing that she does. You should tell her more about what that is.
Nah.
Ricard. No, she's not even here. Boo.
Womp womp.
So, the Ricard would still be able to hit this guy, right?
Is your spell range 90 or so feet?
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah.
Alright.
Oh wait. You mean the actual? You would be able to do it, but you're gonna do it at a -5.
Let's try. Why is it still with Batsu?
Huh? No, you're on Ricard.
I know, I'm... just having Batsu target him for some reason.
Probably because your shit's all bunked tonight. All that free data that they gave you.
Yep, can you target him for me with Ricard?
Yup.
Alright.
Do it at a
-5.
-5 though. Yep.
Yep. Ah.
That is a miss.
And that's gonna be it.
Okay. Grimble.
How far is my range? I don't remember if sharpshooter increases it or anything.
He's within range.
Okay.
Yeah, sharpshooter increases it.
Oh, there it is.
Now, keep in mind, also with sharpshooter, you can take a -5 to your attack rolls to add +10 to each damage roll.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
I don't think I want to do that. Because if I miss, it's much worse than a normal ranged miss.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to risk that. Shoosting! Wow.
So your gun breaks again.
God damn it. Wow.
Do you have any bonus actions you want to take?
I don't think I have one by default, and I've already used my action surge.
All right, you want to move?
So... Just gonna like take shelter behind this building over here.
As you shoot that gun and it misfires, like there's this cloud of smoke that like covers the area for a second, and by the time that cloud clears, the gun that you're holding is now half the size that it was.
The fuck?
What?
Just have a little performance anxiety over here.
It's a cold day. What do you want?
You know, it's what happens when you go real hard. Sometimes it wears you out real quick. Okay.
All right.
Dying again.
So Vakta, this thing hits you. Do you plan on doing anything uncanny?
Actually, Vardruk would like to make a reaction to that.
You can make a reaction to a ranged attack?
Yeah, it's a spell, right?
No, it's not a spell.
Oh, it's not?
Actually, would it be considered a spell? Yeah, maybe it would be a spell. Yeah, it's a spell, sure.
Okay.
So, should I still use Uncanny Dodge or no?
He's gonna cast Counterspell as he sees it like flying at Vakta. Like he saw what happened the first time, and he just goes no, and then like draws to him, and he like catches it and crushes it in his hand.
Okay. What level are you casting that counter spell at?
He looks so serious.
Did you say what level? I'm sorry if you did. I didn't hear you.
No, he's muted. That's why.
Oh, am I muted?
Yeah, there you go. Cliff was getting ready to do the scold voice, and I'm just sitting there waiting. I'm like, when's it coming?
It's a 3rd tier, so a spell of 4th level or lower. It looks like.
Okay.
No, 3rd level or lower is automatically no effect.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. I need to see. 9. So I gotta see what level he innately casts spells at first. Because NPC spells are weird. Yeah, that's one that we can look at. Hey, come back. No, that's not one I can look at. Cool, thanks. I appreciate that. Bro.
Getting down towards the bottom. This isn't good.
Trying to get easy answers.
I can't now, yeah.
That's not how this works.
Ugh.
If this was like a month ago, it'd be real easy for me to get answers, but now, nah. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that works for that counter spell.
Okay.
All right, so another one hits you, Vakta.
Also muted.
Yeah, because I'm eating. I'm hungry.
Is
You
Alright,
plan to do
so-
anything uncanny for that?
Yep. Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny nom.
Hi.
So you see him just let these 4 blasts come out, and you see that Vardrak like pulls up and grabs one of them and blocks it, and then you see right afterwards 3 more come crashing into you, which basically pin you against the wall. Like it actually lifts you off the ground with the force of it and drops you a little bit. You lift about 4 or 5 feet off the ground, as if these bolts are just pinning you against the wall. Batsu.
He is still running.
He is running.
I'm still running.
Right there.
All right.
Now, right here, can I see anything?
I mean,
Going down at the other gate.
you could see that there are civilians and guards fighting, and you see that the jackal is actually over there, just ripping through gnolls.
Alright.
You see that along the wall there are like corpses of gnolls. You see that there are people like standing like in intervals, like with weapons ready, waiting for the next one to jump over.
Alright, so they got this. Alright.
But who is killing gnolls faster, me or the jackal?
I don't know. Go run over there and find out.
As you go, what?
Need to fix my broke ass gun first. Also, you didn't accept my movement, Cliff.
Alright, be right back.
I accept.
Thank you.
Donovan swoops in and drops to the ground.
I'm really glad I called that out. Not the closest. Goodbye, Kula.
Wait, he dropped inside the shield?
Oh, he can still get inside the shield. He's been inside the city walls before.
But he wasn't evil then. He evil now.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's how that works.
What's wrong with you? I say you evil.
And as he drops down to the ground, you hear him just let out this roar, and you guys feel it in your chest.
Spicy.
And Rakar, Vardrak, and Vakta, you're not able to overcome the feeling of fear that washes over you from this.
Wisdom save, motherfucker.
I am not wise.
Believe it or not, I am very wise. Just not very smart.
10,
There's a difference.
I believe that.
15.
Wisdom is my stat.
What is his attack here? Range? 5 feet. Okay.
Hint is my dump stat, actually.
So Rakar sees this giant dragon drop down, and as he tries to take off running, he just dodges out of the way of this massive claw that hits him and just rips down his back, tearing his cloak asunder. Vakta, your turn.
Yeah, sorry, my dog was having a nightmare, and it was actually kind of funny because she just started singing in her sleep. Anyway, I'm here. I'm totally paying attention. It's my turn.
Yep.
Alright, so Donovan landed, so I can still keep shooting the guy in his back, right?
You sure can.
Alright, guess what I'm doing?
You're
I
using
don't
the
know.
poison.
And I'm using the poison. Like Vardrak told me.
You're gonna take a you're gonna take a bonus action to coat your weapon.
Yes. Or this arrow, because it'll be gone in a second anyway.
Jake, this is like borderline cheating, you know that?
If you don't want me to do it, then I won't.
I hit advantage and it didn't roll advantage, but
You're feared.
oh yeah.
Go ahead and roll me 44 plus 4 real quick.
No, stop that. 4. 4.
All right. So you coat the poison on the weapon, and you knock the arrow, and you let it loose, and it does hit.
Okay.
And what was the description on that poison? Wyvern poison. So you used one of them, so you only have one left now.
Yep.
Creature has to do a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, taking 24 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So go ahead and roll that. Oh, you already did your. No, yep. Go ahead and do your weapon damage.
Damn!
And as you see it course through, the poison doesn't seem to have any effect on him.
Of course it doesn't. He's tied to Donovan.
That 42 damage, though, he felt that shit. just putting that out there.
Ow! Are you poisoned? No, but ow!
Yeah, what the fuck?
Haven't we had that conversation before?
Boop, 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 boop. How many does this take? Was that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I can't do much.
Okay. I mean, 42 damage sounds like a lot to me. What do I know?
Yeah, it'd be better if I could do it twice.
So as you strike him with that, you see Donovan just rail around and club you with his tail.
Motherfucker.
Are you using anything uncanny against that?
Yes, I am.
Just remember, you only get one of those around.
I have a feeling that Donovan can hit me harder than an Eldritch Blast can.
Okay.
He's a big dragon.
Old draggy boy.
All right, and Ravage's turn. So Ravage is like looking out, like centering to make sure no other gnolls come, and he just feels this of the dragon landing behind him as he turns to see this massive dragon, this massive green dragon, these glowing green eyes just staring at him, roaring.
He's gonna turn around and just charge, and what he wants to do is basically jump or climb up Donovan as fast as he can. And he's trying to like tackle Thanatos off of him.
Okay, go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Okay. 24.
So he runs up him and he gets on there and he tackles him, but he doesn't move off of the saddle that he's on. So Ravage is now on Donovan, right next to this guy.
All right.
And I'm gonna use that. That would be his bonus.
Okay. Oh, he's raging, so I was gonna say, like, oh, can he do this smart thing? But no, he's not gonna do that. So yeah, he's just gonna go for a attack here.
Okay.
We'll do a regular attack here. With his spear.
And that is a hit.
Great. And then we're gonna do half attack. Oh
Can't
wait,
do
no,
half attack,
never mind.
yeah.
Yep, ignore that. He's done.
All right. And
Oh, when do we get to make saves on the fear?
I think you do at the end of your turn.
All right. Did she get hers?
Nope, she didn't. Let me double check if it's at the end or at the start, so I'm not fucking it up.
Okay.
Creature can repeat a saving throw at the end of each of their turns. So yeah, give me a wisdom saving throw, Vakta.
Oh, I am not wise. Where is wisdom?
Think wise thoughts.
That is enough to make the save.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Why do I have a +7? Oh, effects +5. Hey!
So we'll go ahead and take that off. Bardrock, your turn.
Okay, now there's like 3 different flavors of fear here. Like, is it just that we get a disadvantage on attacks, or what other restrictions do we have here?
So this is the dragon's frightful presence. A creature can repeat saves at the enemy's turn. If a creature saving throws, oh, okay, cool. So it just doesn't give me the fucking flavor of what it does. That's cool. I appreciate when it does that, so I can, read all that shit off and it not actually have any effect. So with Frightened, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within your line of sight. You can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. So any sort of attacks or saving throws you make while... Oh, actually, hold on a second. Vakta, go ahead and give me another wisdom saving throw, because you should have actually made that at disadvantage, too. Okay, so you are still feared.
No!
Wait, the save is at disadvantage?
All saves are at disadvantage, even the one that you are used against with the fear, yeah.
Fuck.
That's some shit.
On all ability checks, attack rolls, and... wait, no, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Okay, so maybe not?
Yes, I've never heard of
Yeah,
an
I've
ability
never
that-
heard of
No,
that.
there are some I know for a fact that do, but this is an ability check, not a save. So you are not frightened.
She's just going from flipping out to okay.
That's scary. No, it's not.
Not that scary. Yes, he is. No, he's not. All right, Bardrock, your turn.
Okay, so can't move closer to it.
Yep. And anything you do is at disadvantage.
How close are they?
I mean, what's to say when you hover over Donovan?
Well, I'm trying to target Mr. Ryder.
Donovan is way down here. Donovan is 10 feet away from you. So he's about 15 or so feet away from you.
Okay, 15 feet. Which creature? Okay. We're going to try Channel Divinity, Conquering Presence on both of them.
Okay. Make sure you do it at disadvantage.
I think it's going to do it automatically.
It should, but, you know, just in case.
Alright, let's click down here.
Donovan succeeded. Thanatos did not. It didn't roll at a disadvantage, though.
I clicked it even.
Disadvantage, presence, Donovan. Oh, so they wouldn't roll it at advantage, though, would they?
Huh?
No, so they wouldn't roll it at advantage. You would just do it at disadvantage. They have to make a save against you.
Right.
So it's not applicable.
Okay.
So yeah, so Donovan resists, Thanatos does not. Actually, no, he does. They both do. 18 would be a save, and it's against an 18. Sorry, yeah, they both make their save. Donovan rolled a 19, Thanatos rolled an 18, and your save was 18.
Okay. Bonus action. Let me untarget. Okay, it's already untargeted. I'm gonna target Thanatos. And we're gonna try to do this whole thingy again. Hold person. As soon as I find it, what the fuck happened? Cliff, quit breaking my shit. Here it is.
He saves.
Okay.
He rolls a 21 versus your 18.
Okay.
You taking any movements or anything?
You know what? Thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna burn another lucky feat.
Okay.
To have him re-roll that D20 on his wisdom save.
Okay. 21 again.
Okay. So yeah, that's his.
And actually, it should have been higher than that because he gets a +7, not a +4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been 20. Math. That'd have been 24.
Okay. All done.
All right. And Kirla.
Who is hurt here? Vakta. She's gonna heal Vakta.
She has 2 more heals left.
Okay.
All right. And Ricard, who is frightened.
Oh, okay. Oh, so if I'm frightened, I can't move closer to it, can I?
No.
That escalated.
You can't move towards it, and any attacks or anything you do are at disadvantage.
Alright. Fuck, that completely messed up everything I was gonna do.
Cliff is a 19 again.
Yep, you're good.
Cool.
Donovan, I'm gonna need you to calm the fuck down.
This one is actually specifically called.
Oh no!
Oh, that sucks!
Can you not?
Yeah, so that's a myth.
So he is moving right there.
All right.
And
Don't
As
put
he's-
me in front of you creepy bastard.
oh, now it's fucking targeting people.
We're breaking your shit.
As he's running, he's saying a fucking prayer to himself. And where's the shit at? There it is.
All right. So you're healing yourself?
No, that should be to Ravage.
Okay,
did
yeah,
that
it was.
already.
I'm sorry. No, you did it right. You're good.
Alright. And that was level 3, so let's mark that off, and that's it. He just runs away like, bless Tiamat Ravage. the god the god guides you. You deal with this.
As he runs away, Donovan bucks up on his hind legs just before, like, just as you're making that corner, and he starts flapping his wings as hard as he can.
Oh god, what the hell?
And Kirla and Ravage aren't able to get out of the way. Vardrock, you managed to duck down behind the pillar for just enough time. No, Kirla wouldn't be dead. Sorry, Vakta.
I can only hope.
All right, Grimble, it is your turn.
All right. So do I just have to keep stroking it really hard to get it to go back, or?
Wait. Before you do that, Rakara, I need a wisdom save.
Yes.
Just go to town.
That is enough for sure. So as you round the corner of that building, you strengthen your nerves. Well, for one, you have to make a tinker
Yeah.
skill check to fix your gun.
Motherfucker.
I don't think that's enough to do it.
I don't think it's enough either.
Yeah, I think that means your gun is broken for the rest of this battle too.
I can't bring up the docs anymore. Like, it won't let me bring up the ruling on it. It's not on D&D Beyond anymore.
Yeah, it is.
Bullshit. What link? It doesn't work for me.
Just type D&D Beyond Gunslinger. It'll be your
Unless
first
they
thing.
change the URL.
They might have, because they're dicks.
Yeah, they did. God damn it.
Motherfuckers. 8 plus misfire score.
Which is 3. It would match, so it didn't break.
Nope, you're good. So 8 plus misfire score is 3.
Yeah, which is 11.
So yeah, you did.
So I just barely fixed it.
Yeah, so it did,
Yes.
and so that would be your action for this turn.
And getting the fuck behind our car. And I'm done.
You're gonna push through the alley to get past her car.
It's better that he be in front of whatever the fuck that dragon's gonna do next.
Dang.
I'll be slightly uncomfortable for a second if it means I don't die.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Why is your shirt so wet?
So you see Thanatos push past Ravage, jump down, and he pulls out one of those flails that you've seen the leader Knowles carry before.
Opportunity attack?
What's that?
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Why would you get an opportunity attack?
Push past him?
Oh, yeah, sure. Ravage can get an opportunity attack. Yeah, okay.
Ha. Bitch. Wait, what was
That is a miss.
Why's that disadvantage?
Is he feared?
No, he was the one that was.
Oh, he's prone because
He's
of
prone.
the dragon's wing attack.
How do you hit him with a wing attack? He's standing on his back.
Oh, well, he's not now. He's laying on the ground. When he bucked up, knocked him off. Makes perfect sense. But yeah, so he misses. And he pulls out this mace and he pulls back his hood, and you see that this is a gnoll with bright glowing eyes and mangy skin. He goes, "In the name of Yanagu, second to Orcus, I shall claim you as my victim."
Not today, bro.
Are you sure?
Really?
Are these rolling at advantage? Why are these not rolling at advantage?
You got protection zone, bro.
What?
Protection.
Oh, you're not feared anymore. That's why. Never mind.
Nope.
That makes sense. Boom.
Oh no.
I claim you. Oh no!
Batu,
Oh, my ankle.
Yeah, it is.
Like, yeah, how about that?
Whee!
Hold on. Let me see what I got.
Action surge, sprint back.
I know I want to.
Was expecting a flying Bruce Lee kick from out of nowhere.
Right there.
What are you?
Jesus Christ.
What are you doing?
Action surging right there.
You wouldn't be able to do that.
Alright, action surge. Then
You can't
I
move with your
will
action surge because
Oh, yeah, it's an action, not
your
movement.
dash is a bonus action.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought dashing was an action.
You don't have it where you get it as a bonus action?
If I do my step of the wind, then I do.
Oh, okay, well then you'd be able to move your 50 feet. You'd be able to move. So I cancel that. So you could take dash as an action, but you already took your movement. You don't get an additional movement with action surge. So you could still move 50 feet if you wanted to.
So I would be able to go to like right here.
Yep.
And he's running backwards the whole time.
Yeah, right. That's it.
He'll come back wheezing and shit.
Don't worry, guys. It's Donovan's turn.
You randomly spit up gold pieces from his non-existent mouth? How does that work?
Yeah, come out the other way.
I've heard of shitting bricks, but that's ridiculous.
Oh, God. I don't want those coins.
Y'all are haters.
Yeah.
It's like his mouth is just sealed over, but there's still like the cavity behind the flap of skin. You're like,
He got them chipmunk cheeks filled with gold.
You see him just like the shape of a coin around his lips.
Matsu, you know what? Never mind.
If you slap it hard enough, the coin sound effect from Mario goes off.
Right.
You slap him too hard, the coin sound effect from Sonic goes off. So Donovan comes up and attempts to attack Vardrak, but he holds his ground enough to withstand the blows. But now, Vardrak, you have this knoll standing in front of you at 8 feet tall, and you have a dragon there as well. Vakta, your turn.
Yeah.
Quick, look over there.
Wrong character.
I mean, is it though?
I wanted to move 5 feet to here. Shut up.
Okay.
Nope. Still targeting that asshole.
Yep.
Why'd I move closer? Shouldn't point blank with my bow. Why would I? Let's do it anyway. Sure.
Ooh.
Oh.
There we go.
Nice. Make sure you add the 4 to your damage before you do it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh my god, he literally took an arrow to the knee.
Right.
He used to be a secondary demon like you.
Oh my god.
And then he took an arrow to the knee.
Those dice. Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and use that 3rd legendary resistance on that one.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
He can't resist that because he's dead.
I mean, yeah, I can.
No. But I killed him.
Yeah, you did, but no, you didn't.
That's rude.
Yeah, it is.
Comes back from the dead. Everyone's like, "Carl, what the fuck?"
Whatever Robot said, Sin said, I agree.
Yeah, that too. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
That's it. That's all I got.
And as you run up to do that,
Fuck, I'm
Donovan
pretty
just
sure you got,
bah with his tail on Bacta.
Yeah, of course he does.
Do you want to use any legendary resistances?
Yes, because I have so many legendary resistances. Like uncanny dodge. I'm just gonna duck. Or jump over it, or I don't know.
No, it still hits you.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? No, that wasn't supposed to hit. That's not. I wasn't supposed to do that.
Nope, it hit Vardrak.
I mean, that's who it should hit, but that's not who it was supposed to hit. That was supposed to hit you with that. All right. Ravage's turn. He is prone.
Oh, well, then he's going to stand up.
Okay.
Then I need to roll another one because I'm trying.
Just roll a single one. If he rolls at advantage normally, click disadvantage so you can roll a single one.
Nope.
Or don't listen.
I clicked it. It ain't working.
Either way, they all miss.
Even when you're trying to cheat, you still lose.
Yep.
Cheat better, John.
Half attack.
That is a hit. Although, yeah, you're good.
And he does. What the hell?
And Donovan, again, swings at Vakta with his tail.
Again?
Yep.
That's fine. Whatever. Fine.
And it is Vardrak's turn.
Rude bitch.
Right in front of him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna take some swings here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see how this works out. Let's see.
That is a hit.
Cool.
God damn.
Yeah, we're gonna.
What's the 1d4 extra for?
That's for Car's Bless.
Yes. Let's make sure Divine Smite is on. Yeah, let's do that too, but I don't think that is going to be what I wanted to do. Nah, fuck it. Okay, so let's see how much this is gonna fucking hurt. So that plus the divine smite damage. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, so I have to do that separately. So it's gonna be plus an additional 15.
Why are you not doing those together?
Oh no, that's only with my other weapon. Okay, I can do those together. Never mind. But yeah, that is supposed to be another 15 radiant damage.
But why aren't you doing them together?
Because I tried to use it with the life drinker last time. It was a different die roll and it fucked everything up.
Gotcha.
All right, and taking another swing.
That too is a hit.
Cool. Divine Smite on again. Yeah, okay. There we go. And there we go.
Yeah, so as you hit him and cut him down, you see him like go down and take a knee, and he looks up at you, and you see like the light flickering from his eyes starting to go out, and he says, "The prophecy has been fulfilled." What does Vardrak do?
He says, whatever, you conquered nothing. And he wants to, if he's at a free action, he wants to take this guy's fucking head off.
Okay. Yeah. So
With
explain
the
how you
hammer.
do that with a hammer.
He wants to swing so fucking hard that he knocks this fucking guy's head off.
Okay.
Two-hand, this one
I've seen this happen in movies. That means it can happen in real life, right?
Yeah, so he drops down to like one knee and his knuckles in the ground, and he looks up at you and says that, and you cleave forward and hit him in the head, and just like the first hit kind of just like thumps it, and you see his neck kind of snap a little bit, and you can see it tear, and you come down with that second hit as it's hanging and just kind of knock it off, and it slumps to the ground, and he still has this like smile on his face, and you see the green of his eyes like burn up, almost like putting out a match. And as you do it, you see the green of Donovan's eyes do the same thing, and you hear this cacophony of howls erupt out through, and then just absolute silence, followed by the large collapsing sound of this dragon's body hitting the ground.
Yeah, Vardrak is going to drop his hammer and shield and run over to Donovan and see, like, check on him, see if there's anything he can do.
I mean, you run over and his body is just laying there lifeless on the ground.
Fuck. Like, medicine check? 21.
by the touch of his scales, he feels long dead, almost like he was dead before this. Based on your expertise with healing and everything, you almost feel like the arcane magic that was coursing through him was the only thing keeping him alive. And as you look around, you notice that the gnolls that were being fought, all of them have dropped dead at the same.
He starts frantically going through his bag, like looking for like anything that he think might help. He's just like digging through like all the stuff that they got while they were out in the ocean and everything, and he just looks panicked. And he's like, "Rakir, do something!"
Yeah, before you even say that, Rakir's already walking up, and he is praying to Tiamat, casting Revivify on this thing.
As you cast it onto him, it takes no effect.
And he, as it takes no effect, he starts panicking too. He's like, "It's not working. This should be working." And he casts it again.
And as you're casting this, you see the scales start to flake, and you see things just start to blow away, almost like ashes in the wind. First his skin, then his skeleton, and the next thing you know, the only thing that is there is this pile of green ash. As this happens, you hear this explosion rain out from the northwest. And as you guys look to the direction of this sound, you see that the sky is orange with energy in the direction of the old temple. You start hearing people saying things off in the southern exit. And there seems to be some sort of commotion, some confusion that's going on over there.
I'm using the vial that I had the poison in and putting some of the green ashes in that vial and capping it and putting it in my bag. So I don't know what else to do. And I'm taking Donnie's ashes. I liked him.
Rakar is doing a prayer over his body.
There's no body.
Over
remains.
What Vakta is scooping up. Rakar is doing a prayer over that. And as she like scoops this up, he like gives her the most sour look that he can do.
Is there enough ashes for multiple people to gather some?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a dragon-size amount of ashes there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Grimble's also gonna take some dragon ash.
Okay.
Just to see what he can do with it later.
Rakar is just going on. He's like, "Are the remains of an ally not sacred to you? Is this not a time of mourning? Is this..."
It is, but it doesn't mean he can't be helpful after he's dead.
And you hear the jackal's voice rain out, "Vardrak, get over here!"
Vardrak is still on his knees, like holding what remains of the ashes where he was holding Donovan's head, and he is not reacting. And the look on his face is a defeated look you've never seen on him.
Batsu manages to reach it there, and after hearing the jackal and seeing Vardrak, he's like, "Fuck." He takes off back towards the jackal.
What's everybody else doing?
Vakta's gonna shake Vardrak's shoulder and be like, "We have to go. Our people need us. Let's go. We'll mourn another time, but we have to help our people."
Rakar puts his hand on Vardrak's shoulder too. He's like, "Go. I will see that the prayer is said for our fallen ally."
God damn it.
I think we need a persuasion check.
But from Rakar.
Hey, I
think
talked to him too, so let's see.
Go ahead and do it at advantage if Rakar's trying to coax you to. So go ahead and do.
I'll do it at advantage. Sure.
Yeah, do it at advantage.
Yay!
It was very
Yay!
convincing.
He slowly gets up. He doesn't even make eye contact with him, and starts walking over to the gate.
And is everybody following?
Batsu should already be there. He was just sprinting back and forth through Drakarius.
Vakta starts running, and when Vardrak doesn't, she just stops and looks at him and is like, "What kind of king are you?" And she turns and runs off towards the other gate.
Damn. You just got a tiny dick.
Her people are in danger. You know she puts them first.
So, as you guys make your way over there, you see the jackal standing there, and he's looking out the southern gates. He doesn't even really acknowledge that you guys came up. And as you guys affix your gaze to what he's looking at, you see this large group of people standing there, all of them wearing white robes, and they have this faint glow to them. And you just hear them, "It is time. Salvation is at hand."
What?
Batsu still got his weapon ready. He's like, "No, I'm gonna keep on living."
Okay, so these people are how far away?
They're like at the gates. They're like just outside the city walls.
Okay. Kirla's gonna step in front of Vardrak, and she like puts her hands on both sides of his head and says, "Hey, they need you." And it's like he just kind of like snaps out of it, and he's like, yeah. Everybody into the keep."
And you're saying that to the people behind you, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And everybody like starts backing away slowly, but a lot of them are still like hanging around to see what the fuck's going on.
And Vardrak uses booming voice and intimidation and says, "I said now!"
Just gonna point out that he listened to Kirla, not his wife.
Yeah. You thinking I didn't notice that? We'll come up later with, I just think it's funny how.
So, as you use your booming voice, everybody just starts taking off, and they all run for the keep.
I'm a bad man.
Vardrak is going to grab the jackal by his shoulder and says, "You said this useless weapon would help. It didn't. We went to go seek the Celestials' help. They weren't there. And now he says something about a prophecy being fulfilled. Now, the dragon's dead. We are no closer to being ready for this. And now we have this in front of us. How has any of this helped at all?"
You took your time to find the items. You let Divian die. I sent you with a map. He, and he points over at Batsu, has one of the artifacts. You knew this was a race against time, and that race has come to its end.
Yes, and half of this race is spent with me fighting against the very weapon you said I could use to kill him.
I never said that it would be cooperative.
We went through all of that trouble, risking everything to get something that was so uncertain.
Yes,
And now
it was the only opportunity we had.
No. We could have gotten these other artifacts in way less than 3 years. We lost 3 years wasted getting this. For what?
Well, in hopes that you would have used it.
Used it for what? To kill my allies? That's
To
all
kill
it's been-
whoever needed to die. Whatever it needed to charge this weapon up so you could have used it.
So kill everyone. And then save what? What's worth saving then?
You kill one or two to save millions? That seems like an easy math problem to me. Everybody give me a perception check. Vardrock included.
Fuck me.
Poor Grimble.
Oh,
So-
Vardrock's-
Whoa, Vardrock.
Everybody but
He's
Grimble.
not happy.
Everybody but Grimble notices a figure pushing their way through these people that are standing at the gate. And it even takes Vardrock away from his rage as he sees the face of Ensirion.
He just stares intently.
And as you're staring at him, you're starting to recognize that the people that are standing here in these robes look familiar. You're noticing that some of them are people that you met in Furin. Some of them are people from the Red Spawn Temple. And they are all standing there wearing the same white robes. And then Sirion says, "There's no need to be upset, brother.
My brother's dead.
Yes, that is true. But I have come back for salvation."
And Vardrak looks back at whoever's still standing here. Let's get in the keep and get ready for the last stand. And then he turns and starts walking. And if people don't follow, that's on them.
As you walk away, you notice that the group in white are following you.
Batsu is walking backwards with his sword drawn towards these people. Like Vardrock, I don't think the keep is gonna help us right now.
Vakto's gonna look at Ensirion and just trying to look him dead in the eye, just saying, "Why?"
And he looks at you and he smiles. "Vakta, my dear, I told you everything was going to be fine. And now it will be."
Bitch. No, it ain't.
Drak's still heading for the keep.
And as you're walking, like I said, this group in white is following you.
Are they all following Vardrak specifically? Like, if those of us who haven't started to move yet are
They're
they
just
just
walking
walking
around
past
you guys.
us?
As soon as Vardrak started
Okay.
walking away, they started following. And Sirion stopped specifically to speak to you, but after he said that, even he walked around you and began walking towards where Vardrak's at.
Batsu's like walking right in front of Sirion, whoever's leading this group, with a sword like drawn right to their face, like seeing if they wince or like try to divert themselves from the blade.
As you're trying to meet them with aggression, they're just countering. They're like, "There's no need for violence. Everything is fine." Everything has happened exactly as it should.
What is this prophecy you're talking about?
And the one that just said that before you asked, they just sort of like usher their arms towards the sky where it's the orange glow off in the distance. He is coming.
With words. Use your words.
He is coming.
And Batsu's like, no, fuck that. And he takes his weapon and he fucking swings at this guy.
Give me an attack roll.
I was about to do the same.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit. As you strike into him, you feel it connect, and then there's just a poof, and you see this white cloth fall to the ground. And Vardrak, you're hearing Sirion calling out to you.
He's still proceeding to the keep, looking around, making sure that all the civilians have already made their way in.
Oh yeah, everybody's already inside, and they already have the doors shut.
Okay. Let's see. He is going to pound at the gate for them to open up.
And are you like saying anything or?
Yeah, he says, "This is the king. Open up."
Very direct and to the point.
Yeah, yeah, and they do. You hear someone yell from inside, "Open the doors!" And these two large wooden doors open up with a guard on either side.
He's looking around for any signs of Uthor, Chancier, Ukto. Like he's looking for any of them.
Yeah, I mean they're all in there.
He calls them all forward.
While you're doing that, what is the rest of the group doing? Are you guys like trying to fight all these things, or are you just watching them walk in mass towards the keep?
I'm not attacking them, but if they try to get into the keep, I will.
Okay.
Batsu's still like the same guy. He took a few swings at him, and if the same thing happens, he like.
Well, like as soon as you struck that guy once, poof! It was nothing but his white robe that fell to the ground.
Oh, he is doing the same thing to all of them. Going one by one, just hitting them, screaming like, "I am not gonna be taken over by demons.
And Vakta, you notice that as he's doing that, some of these people you recognize. Whether they were people that you met from Furin, like in Sirion's mother. Whether it be people from the Red Spawn Temple. You recognize some of these people.
Do any of them look like Reyna or Balavar?
Ooh.
Not that you notice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
That would have broke her
That was my
completely.
thought.
There would have been nothing left to play. I just would have been like, I got a roll in the character now. She's dead.
Yeah, as they're walking, Batsu's going into each one of them, grabbing his sword with like two hands and like jabbing it into them.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So you call, Vardrak, you call Uthor and Zuminer and Ukto forward.
He says, I thought that we would have had more time. I was hoping that we got the other pillars of Tiamat together. I was hoping that Donovan was able to help us make contact with her again, but it seems that our time is up. So with whatever strength we can muster, let's try to summon her here, if at all possible, and hope that her strength is enough for what worshippers we've gained.
And Ukto's like, I haven't felt a connection with her in a long time, but I'm willing to try if you guys are.
We must.
And they all like sort of reach out and do like a circle with their hands.
Cliff, how long has it been since we killed the big bad?
It's been probably 15, 20 minutes, maybe longer.
Okay.
So yeah, he's gonna join hands with them and any of the priests, or anyone who is a devout worshiper, and they're going to just basically try to summon Tiamat with whatever they have.
So you guys all gain hands and you start chanting, and Chancier is leading this chant, and he's trying everything he can, and he's like, Dark Lady, the hour is nigh. This is our last chance. If you have any strength left to be able to help, now is the time that we need you most. And your guys' prayers are interrupted by the sounds of laughter. As standing at the door of the keep is Insirion, the only person that remains from that group. Brother, brother, brother. You know it's too late for her.
As they're all chanting, he's just going to say, continue. No matter what happens, keep trying.
Yes, yes, yes. Keep trying. I'll even help you. Oh, Tiamat. Oh, Tiamat.
He stands up, turns around, and chucks one of his hammers right at Insirion's head.
Go ahead and make a ranged attack roll.
I was about to have Vakta do the same thing with one of her daggers.
And I was about to shoot him in the face. So,
Oh, yeah.
like, I imagine all
Wait,
this
if all
time,
three of
like,
us attacked him anyway, it really prove a point.
Because like I picture like Grimble's not really like part of the circle because he's not like really that religious. So this entire time he's just been waiting and pointing his gun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck!
oh.
So you threw your hammer, you said?
Yeah.
So as you throw your hammer, it flies right towards him and stops right before it hits him. And you see his eyes roll back and turn black. And you see his white robe just into tatters. And he begins laughing. There's no need for that.
Father is here.
And as he says that, he poofs, his rags drop to the ground, and as soon as his clothes hit the ground, you guys feel this immense quake from underneath you. You hear the sound of ground splitting as the earth is opening up around you guys. You're seeing scars being carved into the ground and flames bolting out through them. How do you guys react?
He's still standing there. Oh,
Is
go
this
ahead.
in the keep?
Uh,
Or are we outside of it?
you guys are standing right outside the keep, like right at the entrance to it, and you're seeing like the buildings quaking. If you're looking off in the distance, you're seeing the trees are swaying.
Well, I just want to get my people to a safe place. Did
Grimble's probably
the
just
keep
gonna try to
seem
shoot
sturdy
at him.
enough that our people can stay there? I just want to make sure that that they're gonna stay in a space where they're not gonna get crushed.
I mean, crushed isn't really the only thing you have to worry about. The earth is literally opening up.
Yeah.
Like you guys are seeing these cracks forming and flames shooting out. One crack has split down through like the corner area inside the courtyard of the keep. It hasn't destroyed anything inside of there, but you do see this crack that has opened up, which from where you guys are standing, it appears that it started on the outside and came underneath the wall, and it cut back over. And if anybody is standing in the front, you guys would see like this crack shooting out from like over here. And everywhere these cracks open up, flames are shooting out from them.
Yeah. Are you taking your shot, Grimble? Or is anybody else?
There's no shot to take. I mean, there's nothing there.
Oh, he disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah, he poofed, his clothes hit the ground, and as his clothes hit the ground, that's when all these quakes started.
Vardrak is going to pick up his hammer, and he's going to walk past the prayer group. He's like, "Keep going, God damn it!" And then keeps walking, like busts open the doors to the keep, and he just says, "Anyone not praying, now's a good time."
No one's inside the keep proper. Pretty much everybody is in the courtyard outside where you guys are at.
Okay, well, he announces that to everyone outside. And then he is going to turn to Zuminer and says, "Well, make sure you take care of them. You're in charge now, unless somehow I make it back." And then he starts walking and heading for the southern gate.
And as you guys, as you're walking out, you're noticing that a lot of these cracks that are forming are opening up wider and wider.
He can't do anything about it, so he's going to keep going.
What do you guys do when you see Vardrak walk out?
Vakta's gonna hug Ukto and then follow Vardrak out.
Batsu sheathes his weapon, and he like hurriedly scurries through his bag, pulls out the
golden cards that he was given, and he like as he's following behind Vardrak, he's not really looking where he's going. He's like pulling out cards, holding it up. He's like, "Come on, do something, do something, do something."
Okay. How many cards do you draw?
Oh fuck!
1d52.
Oh.
52 card pickup. Let's go. See what happens.
He draws until something happens.
No, you have to declare a number.
Uh,
So let's make Armageddon on our terms.
is there a limit?
It doesn't appear there are. You can draw up to 13.
Two.
As you pull the first one out, you see that it is the face of a devil.
God damn it.
And as you're looking at this image, you see the visage on the front of the card turn and look at you, and you see it walk off frame, and you are now holding an empty card. And as you're looking at this and it walks off frame, the card burns up in your hand.
That's something I wanted you to do. He pulls out this second one.
Wait,
You
sir,
pull-
I have some questions.
You
Oh no!
you pull out this card, and as you're looking at this card, the image on it looks like what you would see behind where you're holding it. Like you're holding it up, and it almost looks like, besides the border, this gold trim around it, that you're seeing what's around you, this city in ruins. And as you do it, you start feeling everything that you're carrying slowly turning into ash.
Oh, shit.
All your clothes fall asunder. All of your money falls asunder.
Oh, no.
That is so bad.
Oh.
You see off in the distance the area where the like opening to where the sewers was built in at, this nice area that was like this cobblestone. You see the ground crack and open up and cave in to where the sewer system was at. And you see flames burst out. And as these flames burst out, all of you hear this sound. Boom, 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 boom. And you hear the second drum pick up. Boom, 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 boom. And a third. Boom, brr, boom, brr, boom. Until you hear this distinct sound of 7 drums playing off in the distance. And you hear this explosion erupt out into the distance to the northwest of where you guys are. And you hear the jackal say, Orcus is here. And that's where we'll end it at for the night.
So, Batsu, maybe the next card.
Well, we did.
So next week's the TPK.
You guys fought him before?
Not his actual form, no.
And it's not like we've ever really won either. It's more like he got bored.
Or he just wasn't powered up yet or something.
Yeah.
So, thanks everybody who came today.
Nope. Goddamn cliffhangers.
John, I'm sorry Vakta yelled at Vardrak.
He was checked out. He didn't hear it.
There's plenty of
Okay.
time for apologies before you guys die next week. Thank you to Fantasy Grounds College for the bits. Thank you to Allie for the bits. Thank you to Freeman2524 for the follow. And Cronus Nocturum, thank you for the bits. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody who redeemed cards and hung out and all that. Next week will be our 52nd week in a row, I think. I think we've only missed 1 week, maybe.
I don't know if we missed 1 week or if we just put it off to later that week.
Might have been, yeah. So it's not the exact 1 year streamiversary because we used to do it on Thursday, so I'm sure there's probably a little bit of a variance. But fuck it, it's our streamiversary next week, and it will be the battle. This has been literally 52 weeks in the making.
Batsu doesn't got shit.
So all of your magic items stay.
Oh, thank God! I'm just butt-ass naked fighting him.
Your butt, yeah. So it's not that bad. You just lose all forms of wealth except for your magic items. All of your properties, businesses, land, everything that you own is gone.
That is all Batsu is built upon.
Yep.
Aren't you glad I didn't give you my house yet?
Oh my
It's still in my name. We never.
Yeah, that's sure. That's true. But everything else, yeah. So
Slap him with your balls. That'll work.
So yeah, no big deal. Don't worry, I'll go through and delete all of your shit.
Thank you.
So you don't have to, you know. All your reagents, all your crafting shit.
Oh no! God damn.
So yeah, so next week will be the week to make sure that you are here, you know. But thank you guys again. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. I say that sincerely. It's gonna be really fun. One way or another, this will be the end of a chapter.
Ah, yes, there it is.
This is Cliff's way of saying he's bored of this campaign and wants to start a new one, so he's gonna kill us all.
Yep.
No, not at all. I love this campaign, and regardless
Roll
of
deception.
Nat 20, regardless of I'm gonna use my legendary reaction to pass that save. No, but no matter what happens with it, I plan on continuing Amethil and everything. So like, if those are the old ones. So if we were to have a TPK, I would, as long as you guys still wanted to play, obviously, we would pick it back up. It would just be sometime in the future, and the world would react to what happens. No matter what happens, the world is going to react to what happens. Whether Vardrak, Vakta, Batsu, and Grimble are in that future, we will find out next week. But thank you guys again. We're going to go ahead and raid out to Ascension Stories. They're an awesome D&D group that I raid out to, I think, every Tuesday now. So if you want more D&D action, definitely check them out. But as far as this story goes, make sure you guys are here next week so you can see how this all comes to wraps. So thank you guys so much. Have a great night, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.
I hate all of this.
Oh, so bad.